Hello to familiar faces. Francisco Cervelli's in the house. He's getting Joe Girardi to show off his dance moves. How about that? It's the Yankees against the Pirates in their final meeting against each other this spring. And New York Yankees baseball on Yes is presented by Verizon Fios. Hey everybody, Ryan Rucco alongside David Cohn. Happy to be with you on this Thursday afternoon right here on Yes. So one of the highlights of this spring has been Michael Pineda. He has been dominant. We saw that last year in his 13 starts he did make. And David, he's picked up right where he left off.
Well, he really has. I mean, he's been so impressive this spring. Just a tremendous combination of power and control. And I think also one of the best sliders in the American League from a starting pitcher. His stuff can be dominant at times. He's a strike throwing machine. His fastball moves all over the place. I think a full year from Michael Pineda will go a long way to telling how good this kid could be, maybe among the American League best before it's over.
You see the numbers as he gets ready to make his final spring start today. A 1.32 ERA, 17 strikeouts to just one walk, and a whip of 0.80. Obviously a lot of focus on watching Michael Pineda try and continue his smooth spring, but focus will also be on Alex Rodriguez. He will be at the other corner of the infield. A-Rod making his second start at first base. So something else interesting to watch this afternoon at Steinbrenner Field. Only 2 games left here in Tampa before the Bombers head north. Baseball comes your way next here on Yes.
He paid for you.
It's a German luxury sedan, but it's still an Audi. The Audi A4 Performance Sedan. Experience the Spring of Audi sales event today and get exceptional values on the Audi you've always wanted.
Dish claims they offer the same channels for less, but the truth is, you just get less. True TV, gone. NFL Network and HLN, gone. National Geographic and Animal Planet, gone. With DirecTV's comparable package, you get all those channels plus Investigation Discovery, BET, and Fox Sports 1, just to name a few. Because you shouldn't have to sacrifice your favorite channels to get a great deal. Another reason 39 million people agree. Don't just watch TV, DirecTV.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate online at carsforkids.com. That's cars with a K. Pickup is quick and easy. You'll get a vacation voucher and maximum tax deduction.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
666 6666. Remember 6.
Going to the airport.
Remember 6.
Riding around town.
Call Carmel.
Shopping or moving.
Remember 6.
The best ride in town.
So wherever you want to go,
Carmel is a number to know.
Ride Carmel and be on time. Worldwide and nationwide. 666 6666. Remember 6.
Today's game on Yes is brought to you in part by Chase, with more ways to serve you in your neighborhood and on the go. By Subway Restaurants, get any footlong for $6 or less, April only. Subway, eat fresh, limited time only at participating restaurants. And by the New York Lottery. Hey, you never know. Another beautiful afternoon at Steinbrenner Field in Tampa. The second to last game of the spring here. Yankees will play tomorrow as well, and then head to Washington, D.C. for one final exhibition game. And then Monday, the home opener against the Blue Jays, the season opener at Yankee Stadium. That young man, Greg Bird, has made quite the impression this spring. He's back with the team today. You're going to see some of the faces that had gone down to minor league camp back, because the Yankees are a split squad this afternoon with the rest of the team in facing the Tigers. Michael Pineda trotting out for his final start of the spring. As we take a look at the Pirates starting lineup, this will be Pittsburgh's final game of the spring before they get ready to start their regular season. Pirates making the trip over from Bradenton. Leading off will be the third baseman, Josh Harrison. Jordy Mercer, the shortstop, will bat second. Gregory Polanco, the prospect, will bat third. Starling Marte, the center fielder, fourth. Pedro Alvarez, Bronx Kid, bats fifth. Francisco Cervelli, the former Yankee, in the building. He's catching, batting sixth. Andrew Lambeau will bat seventh. In left field, Sean Rodriguez, the former Ray, is eighth. And A.J. Burnett will hit in this Pittsburgh lineup today.
And here's Big Mike. Michael Pineda on the mound today, finishing up his spring training. And it has been a good one. As you see there, the numbers are impressive, especially just one walk against 17 strikeouts. Big Mike looking for a big year, and the Yankees are going to need him at the front end of that rotation. And we'll go ahead and give you our pitcher scout report on Michael Pineda. Power and control, just amazing combination. His 8.43 strikeout to walk ratio last year was the highest ever ratio for the Yankees in their history. Minimum 75 innings pitched. And get a full year, because if he can stay healthy and get a full year, I think he can easily be a sleeper pick for the Cy Young Award in the American League this year. He's certainly my pick, Ryan, as far as that goes.
Take a look at the defense presented by your Mercedes-Benz Tri-State dealers. For the Yankees across the outfield, it'll be Chris Young, Jacoby Ellsbury, Garrett Jones. In the infield, Eric Jagailo gets to start at third. Stephen Drew is first start at short. Rhett Snyder and A-Rod at first. And Brian McCann catches Michael Pineda, who deals a little bit inside for ball one. So a couple of interesting notes in that defensive alignment, with Drew getting his first reps at short this spring, and he'll be tested right away. Smooth across the diamond, and one out is Alex Rodriguez, a little smile on the receiving end.
Well, sometimes the best laid plans can get changed in a hurry when there's injuries, and obviously Stephen Drew forced over to short today because of injuries, and he obviously should be very comfortable there, as you see. Drew and Alex Rodriguez's second start at spring training, and clearly an option as a backup in case there's another injury at first.
Pineda blisters a fastball high. Yeah, Alex Rodriguez, for those wondering, did he jump Garrett Jones as the backup first baseman? Well, no, but Joe Girardi just wanted that third option, somebody who can use for an inning or two here or there, and just know he's a possibility at that position. So the second start for Alex Rodriguez at first base, as you see the good spring numbers from Jordy Mercer, who will start at shortstop for Pittsburgh this year. Fights that one off and into right field for a base hit. Michael Pineda with the 17 strikeouts to just one walk this spring. And you heard David mention his strikeout to walk ratio last year, historically good in Yankees history. As Gregory Polanco steps in. Pineda deals low, ball one.
See, Pineda's always been the type of pitcher that's just really hard to pick up for hitters. A tremendous wingspan on the mound. It's almost like he could reach out and hand the ball to the catcher. By the time he releases the ball with that long stride, it just quickens up everything.
Grounded right to Rodriguez. He'll step on the bag and fire a little bit late. Rodriguez gets the out at first, but the slight bobble costs him the chance at two.
We can see holding on the runner, so he's close to the line and just a little bit off the heel of the glove, but nice recovery. Make sure of one. That's the key there. Once you bobble it, make sure you step on first and get one, and then if there's a shot at second, go ahead and give a throw.
After After his first start at first base, Rodriguez was just talking about the difference in just seeing the ball come off the bat from the other side of the infield. Swing and a miss from Starling Marte. Marte hitting .333 this spring. Last year had 30 stolen bases, 41 in 2013. Become a mainstay in that Pirates outfield. The 0-1 from Pineda. Down and in, and ball one.
Well, the Pirates are a fun team to watch, as you see Marte's numbers over the last 2 seasons, but so athletic. With McCutchen in center field and Marte here, just tremendous athletes, cover a lot of ground, play good defense, run the bases well.
Polanco as well, all homegrown guys. Really athletic outfield. Pineda delivers in, ball two.
I think obviously losing Russell Martin is going to hurt the Pirates. He had such a great year last year, but they clearly targeted Francisco Cervelli as the next guy in line and made the deal to get him to be the starter.
Grounded to short. Drew is there. A-Rod scoops it out of the dirt. And both Drew and Rodriguez tested in the first and passing without serving up a run. A little bit low from his old position. Scooped up from his new one. Onto the bottom of the first.
Hi, I'm Rob Lowe, and I have DirecTV.
And I'm total deadbeat Rob Lowe, and I have cable.
With DirecTV, you only need one HD DVR in your house. Your family can watch in any room.
My kids were always fighting over what to watch, but that's their stepdad's problem now. Ow!
DirecTV lets you record and store up to 200 hours of HD.
I saved $200 by having motel room surgery.
Don't be like this me. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
This award season, the red carpet has shades of green. The spotlight shines all day. And the best four-wheeler of the year lets you go where others can't. So you end up with the best seats in the house. The 2015 Jeep Award Season event.
Well, the ball always manages to find someone in a new position, and Alex Rodriguez tested plenty in that top of the first inning. As we'll take a look at today's Yankees starting lineup presented by Lexus. Jacoby Ellsbury leads off in center field. Alex Rodriguez in the two-hole playing first. Ryan McCann will bat third. Carlos Beltran DHs this afternoon and bats fourth. Garrett Jones, the former Pirate, hitting fifth. Chris Young in the sixth spot. Stephen Drew getting his first start at short, bats seventh. Rob Repsnyder will play second base and eighth. And Eric Jagielo, the first-round pick from 2013, rounds out the Yankees starting lineup.
The Yankees will notice a familiar face on the mound, A.J. Burnett, in spring training this year. 8 walks and 12 strikeouts, probably working on his mechanics. Control a little off so far, but clearly the veteran of their staff, and he's been there before, as he is back with the Bucks on our scouting report. After 2012 and 13 with the Phillies, he turned down a lot of money, about $4 million, between $4 and $5 million on his option to leave Philadelphia and come back to Pittsburgh, and he will always be remembered regardless of his Yankee career as part of that 09 championship team, the first year of the new Yankee Stadium, and A.J. Burnett and his teammates from that year will always remember his performance against the Phillies in the World Series.
His game 2 start as he deals strike one to Ellsbury. That game 2 start in which he went 7 innings, allowed just 4 hits and 1 run, struck out 9 and evened up the World Series. As you see Ellsbury's spring numbers, Ellsbury playing back-to-back days after returning from the oblique injury. Grounds one hard and through into right field for a base hit under the diving attempt of Pedro Alvarez. Take a look at the Pirates defense presented by your Mercedes-Benz Tri-State dealer. Lambo, Marte, Gregory Polanco across the outfield, Harrison, Mercer, Sean Rodriguez, and Pedro Alvarez in the infield. And then a familiar battery to Yankee fans, Francisco Cervelli catching A.J. Burnett. There is Cervelli. We saw him getting Joe Girardi to break out his dance moves before the game. Rodriguez drives that one down the right field line, foul. Rodriguez, 308 on the spring, 3 home runs. Has gotten his walks as well, seen the ball well.
It's going to be interesting for Joe Girardi to see where exactly he's going to plug Alex Rodriguez into his lineup, batting second today. Obviously options at the top of the order with Ellsbury and Gardner.
Rodriguez hit second in the late 90s, but has not seen much two-hole during his Yankee career as he swings and misses at the nasty breaking ball from Burnett.
Well, this is a pitch that A.J. Burnett has always had, and when it's right, he's tough to hit, as you see. Similar to Michael Pineda, the straight down tilt on his breaking stuff. Excellent depth.
The 1-2, Ellsbury running. Rodriguez swings through it. Ellsbury is safe. A stolen base for Ellsbury on the strikeout from Rodriguez.
It's good to see Ellsbury take a chance. Alex swings through the high fastball. Cervelli, pretty good release right there. So Ellsbury just steals it, just barely under the tag as the ball is dropped. The big part of Ellsbury's game. Stealing bases, running, not only just stealing, but also running the bases. First to third.
Ellsbury has led the American League in steals 3 times in his career as McCann takes strike 1. .231 on the spring for McCann, who has a runner in scoring position and 3 infielders to the right of second. Swings and misses. Good fastball from Burnett. Burnett spent 2 years with Pittsburgh after being dealt by the Yankees the 2012-2013 season before spending last year with Philly. McCann grounds it right to Alvarez. He'll do it himself as Ellsbury advances to third. And Alvarez loses his hat. A.J. Burnett wanted to take the lid away from Pedro Alvarez. That is dangerous.
Inadvertent contact, yes.
I don't know what the arm was doing up there at all. Now Austin Romine is going to hit rather than Carlos Beltran, who is slotted to DH originally in the first Yankee lineup posted.
We're going to have to get Meredith Marakovitz down on that and get us a report as soon as possible. But obviously something's up when Beltran can't make his first at bat today.
Romine fouls that one straight back. Meredith has all kinds of goodies for us too. Brian Cashman spoke before the game. Sounds like the roster is virtually set for the Yankees. Meredith will give us all the updates on that front. As Joe Girardi's decisions seem to have been made. Here's the 0-2 to Romine. Got him looking, strike 3, inning over. As Burnett fans 2 in the inning, strands a runner on third, no score after 1.
Cars for Kids, K-A-R-S, Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate online at carsforkids.com. That's cars with a K. Pickup is quick and easy. You'll get a vacation voucher and maximum tax deduction.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
666.
Hi, Bianca. Carmel is now at your fingertips. The app tells where you are and cars that are within minutes from you. Simply decide if you need Carmel now or Carmel later. Tell us where you want to go and choose the car you want. And that's it. You can even see your car as it approaches. And off you go. Download your Carmel Limo app at Apple's App Store, Google Play, or visit carmellimo.com.
Moving is frustrating, but moving your DirecTV isn't. Simply call before you move and we'll take care of everything. With our professional installation, your DirecTV will be up and running before you unpack. That's one less burden as you celebrate your fresh start. The DirecTV Movers Deal. Call and ask about all the benefits today.
Top of the second inning in Tampa, no score between the Yankees and Pirates. A lot of news emerging from Yankees camp. Over the last 24 hours, Adam Warren named the 5th starter. Chase Willie optioned to AAA. Brendan Ryan has a grade 2 right calf strain. Gregorio Petit acquired from Houston, and Andrew Bailey will begin the season with single A Tampa. Actually, we get more color on this information right now from Meredith Marakovitz, who was with Brian Cashman, speaking at length to the media before today's game. So, Meredith, let's start with what seemed to be the open roster spots yesterday, the final spots in the bullpen, and then whoever was going to be that other infielder now with Brendan Ryan going down.
Well, right now, obviously, it looks like Petit, they reassigned Rob Refsnyder, who you see at second base today, to minor league camp. Noonan as well. So those guys no longer options. And Cashman said Petit, in bringing him over here, that was the thought process, that he would have a spot on this roster, provide some depth, and really he's a guy that can play all the way around the infield and has a little bit more experience than the other two guys. He played 68 games over 2 seasons with Oakland, 2008, 2009, and then last year hit 278 in 37 games for the Astros. So provides some depth there, and he is excited to be here, guys. He walked into the clubhouse with his Astros bag, saw all the New York media coming, and he just kind of smiled and said, I guess I'm ready. He was asked what his first thought was, and he said he could not believe it at first, and then he called his dad, who's in Venezuela, and he said, Dad, are you sitting down? His dad said, why? Is everything okay? He said, you might want to sit down. I was acquired by the Yankees, and his dad's a huge Yankees fan, so it was a nice moment for him and his father.
You know, Meredith, it seemed, as we see Pineda blow a fastball by Alvarez, it seemed like, and Francisco Cervelli getting his first bat back against the Yankees, a nice ovation for him, appreciation from the Yankee crowd. But it seemed like there was a chance that the Yankees were actually going to keep Refsnyder and instead just use Drew as the backup second baseman. But it's going to be Petit now with Refsnyder going to minor league camp, yes?
Well, the biggest thing in all of this is that Perella is still not back from that concussion. He's slowly getting ready. Today, he said he might take some swings, but they're bringing him along slowly, making sure that he's okay. So as a result, they've decided to go in another direction, and you have Rob Refsnyder, who's never played in the majors. You have Noonan as an option as well, and Refsnyder in particular, Brian Cashman said, look, we don't want him to come up here and not play. We don't want him to come up here and be sitting on the the bench. We think he's a guy that can really benefit from going out there every day. And offensively, they think he can hang in the majors as far as his bat is concerned. Defensively, we've seen it a little bit this spring. He's struggled at times. And you have to keep in mind, guys, he just started playing second base in 2013. So he's still relatively new to the position, still learning the position. And you can see he's still kind of working out some kinks there.
Makes sense, right, David? Wanting to get him the consistent time at second base.
Yeah, I think the only scenario where Refsnyder is going to be in the big leagues is if he's playing every day at second base and Didi Gregorius is hurt or he cannot go, then you'd slide Drew over to shortstop. But if Refsnyder's not playing every day, then he's not going to be in the big leagues. He needs to be in AAA to continue his development. So I certainly agree with that and understand he's still a top prospect and he needs more reps. And
Gregorius playing today at short in Lakeland. So any reports we get on his status and how the risk comes through certainly will be passed along, as Pineda misses a little in with the fastball to Cervelli. So Stephen Drew playing short today. That takes care of, with him and Petit, the infield question with Ryan's injury. Meredith, as far as the bullpen goes, with Chase Whitley being optioned to AAA, how does this end up shaking out according to Brian Cashman and what he said?
Well, as expected, Shreve, it looks like, will make the opening day roster along with Chris Martin. And the only question there was, were they going to carry that second long man, as you see? And out there, Jacoby Ellsbury handling that, and Michael Pineda continuing to just mow through this Pirates lineup. But, you know, you could kind of tell either they were going to carry a second long man or they weren't going to carry a second long man. They decided not to because of all the off days. And they also thought that they could benefit from sending Whitley down there, keeping him stretched out to give them another option in the event that they needed someone for a spot start. He's been up here before. They like the way he's thrown this spring. And Brian Cashman essentially said, look, we're sending a major league pitcher to AAA right now.
And David, it seemed like they also didn't want to punt on a 6'8" guy who throws gas in Chris Martin.
Yeah, Chris Martin, I think, has had a really good spring. You know, aside from the numbers, maybe he scuffled in 1 or 2 innings of all of his outings. But a big guy who throws the ball downhill up to 95 miles an hour. His stuff has been really impressive. His story even more impressive as a guy who kind of worked his way back to the big leagues from being out of the game and shoulder problems and working in a warehouse in a Lowe's Depot or a Home Depot down in Texas. So he's a great story. He's got good stuff. I think the Yankees view him as potentially replacing Adam Warren and Warren's role in the bullpen, while Warren is now obviously the 5th starter.
And David, the thing that Brian Cashman brought out was his walk to strikeout ratio. 16 strikeouts so far, 1 walk. They like that he is controlled, can induce ground balls, and as you had mentioned, intimidating out there on the mound.
That's Pineda-esque with the strikeout to walk ratio for Chris Martin. Meanwhile, Pineda has given up just a single to Jordy Mercer thus far. And there's Brian Cashman taking in the action. Lined hard and in front of Young, a base hit to left field for Andrew Lambo. Now, Meredith, I also know that Pedro Martinez had some controversial comments to say about Masahiro Tanaka, that he did not think he looked right this spring and things along that nature. And that's something that Brian Cashman and Tanaka himself addressed today.
Masahiro Tanaka was asked about that about an hour and a half ago in the clubhouse, and he said, first off, I'm excited that this guy is just mentioning my name. He's a remarkable pitcher. I like that he knows my name and that he's talking about me at all. But as far as what he's saying, look, everybody has their opinion. He understands that Pedro has to have an opinion, but all he could tell the media is that he feels okay. He feels as though he's ready to go. Now, Pedro brought up a point that he feels as though he's hanging a lot of breaking balls lately. And Tanaka admitted last start he wasn't very sharp. He said you can ask him, everybody saw it. He wasn't as sharp as he typically is on the mound, and he thought that's what he might have been zeroing in on when he talked about hanging the breaking balls. But overall, he feels like he's been getting swings and misses with his stuff throughout the course of the spring, and he's looking forward to opening day and getting out there on the mound.
And did Cashman have any concerns about Tanaka and thoughts on what Pedro had to say?
Cashman has been taking the same approach from day 1 of spring training to now, and he's saying you can't control it as far as injuries. I'm not going to worry about something I can't control. He's going to go out there every day. I'm going to ask him how he felt. The next day, I'm going to ask him how he felt again, and hopefully every time he says okay. But there's no need for me to be continually worrying about something that I have nothing to do with. So he's going to watch him like everybody else. He's going to hold his breath like everyone else, but he realizes it's all up to Masahiro Tanaka whether he remains out there or not.
All right, Meredith, we will chat with you throughout the afternoon. Thank you. A.J. Burnett hitting here, David. Pirates getting ready for the start of the season, not using a DH, and Burnett cutting and missing at the first two fastballs for Michael Pineda.
Yeah, that's something that manager Clint Hurdle had talked about at the beginning of spring training, and he wanted all of his pitchers getting as many at-bats as they could during spring training. He feels like it's a big part of the equation in the National League style of the game, and I happen to agree with him.
Pineda sits him down, 3 straight heaters, and Pineda strikes out 2 in the inning, strands 2, no score on to the bottom of the second.
Brett Gardner's on fire. Fans, come out to Yankee Stadium on Friday, April 10th, when the Yankees take on their division rivals, the Red Sox. All guests in attendance will receive a 2015 Yankees schedule magnet, courtesy of AT&T. The 2015 New York Yankees. Make the connection.
Honda developed the world's most advanced light jet, the world's most advanced humanoid robot. And now we're introducing
Honda's Dream Garage Sales Event with great deals on almost everything Honda makes, like the CR-V, Motor Trend's 2015 Sport Utility of the Year, and this powerful Honda.
The Honda Dream Garage Sales Event. Get a dream deal on a 2015 CR-V with standard rear-view camera. Now, at your Honda dealer.
In New York State, we're reinventing how we do business so businesses can reinvent the world. From pharmaceuticals to 3D prototyping, biotech to clean energy. Whether your business is moving, expanding, or just getting started, only New York offers you 0 taxes for 10 years with Startup New York, business incubators that partner companies with universities, and venture capital funding for high-growth industries. See how New York can grow your business and create jobs. Visit ny.gov/business.
Well, the wait is almost over. Yankees opening day arrives this coming Monday as the Bombers kick off the 2015 season in the Bronx against the Toronto Blue Jays. Join our Yes Network team at 11:30 a.m. for extended pregame coverage of all the opening day pageantry, including lineups and first pitch from Yankee Stadium. That's right here on Yes. And remember, the gates are opening 2.5 hours before first pitch. So show up early. As part of a new Major League Baseball initiative, all fans will have to go through metal detectors, so want to make sure that you leave yourself ample time to get through the metal detectors and into your seats. Ryan Rucco, David Cohn, Meredith Morakovitz with you. Bottom of the second inning after A.J. Burnett struck out with 2 on to end the top of the second. Something you were mentioning you like seeing, David, seeing the pitchers in the National League hitting here in spring training rather than using the option of the DH.
Yeah, I think, Clint Hurdle knows the importance of the National League style of play and how important a pitcher's at-bat can be throughout the course of a game. And if you're starting pitchers like A.J. Burnett, you see the defense shifting around midstream here. Starting pitchers in the National League are going to get 75, 80 at-bats throughout the course of a season. So that goes a long way on each individual day on making a difference in winning or losing a game.
Garrett Jones, a former Pirate. And just before the first pitch to Jones, take a look at the movement. All of a sudden, very casual jog in. As Jones wraps that one into center for a base hit. And Garrett Jones, the leadoff runner on. Now, we have an opening day update from Meredith Morakovitz. Isn't that right, Meredith?
Hey, Ryan. I think you got me now. Some technical difficulties up here, but anyway, Joe Torre is believed to be throwing out the first pitch opening day. So
very
that'll be
nice.
A nice treat for Yankees fans.
He managed that man, Joe Girardi, also Joe on his coaching staff as well. So Joe Torre will get the honors of throwing out first pitch opening day as Chris Young shows bunt, caught a piece of Cervelli. Appears to be okay.
big part of Chris Young's game as he gets a breaking ball and over the top of it. But obviously trying to utilize his speed. And
Young, the fourth outfielder in the Yankees equation with Beltran, Ellsbury, and Gardner. Young had some nice moments for the Yankees as Jones takes off. Young swinging, grounds it right to Harrison. On to second easily was Jones, who was paid no attention by A.J. Burnett, and decided, you know what, I'll take the bag.
Yeah, it's almost like he couldn't believe it. You see Jones, he gets out of there and hesitates a little bit and can't believe that Burnett did not see him. And obviously, with the ball in play, he's going to easily check into second base.
So Jones in scoring position. And a chance for Stephen Drew. Has hit better over the last few games. And Drew getting the first start of his spring at shortstop, but was not concerned about it at all after playing years at the position in the major leagues. Snap throw to second, and Jones back easily. A zealous delivery from Francisco Cervelli.
That's part of Cervelli's game that he's always been ready to show off at any time. And really the influence of Jose Molina when he was a Yankee really rubbed off on Cervelli and the ability to throw behind runners at the base.
On the inside corner, strike one to Drew, not enamored. You see the career games by position. Stephen Drew with 967 of them at short. So if you're wondering, well, can he make the adjustment to short after not playing it in the spring? Well, he's got plenty of experience over there. One is high. And we mentioned it before, but it is a grade 2 calf strain for Brendan Ryan, who figured to be not only the backup shortstop to Didi Gregorius, but maybe actually getting quite a few starts against left-handed pitching. But he will be on the shelf for some time. Drew smashes that to center. Hit hard, but Jones being sent. Here's the throw from Marte in plenty of time. And easily gunned down at the plate is Garrett Jones.
Well, Drew, first of all, gets on top of a high fastball and laces it right into center field, and an excellent throw all the way on the fly as Jones is dead meat. See here as he almost freezes just a fraction of a second with Tony Pena coaching third base today because of the split squad. Normally the first base coach being ultra aggressive there, and probably wishes he had that one back.
So now Refsnyder with a chance with 2 outs. Takes strike one. Rob Refsnyder hitting .333 this spring. Nice stop by Cervelli to keep Drew from advancing.
Cervelli always been very athletic behind the plate, moves well, and this is an excellent block. As you see, that's all body. Great for him to be able to smother that with his chest protector.
Drew leads off second. Refsnyder grounds one foul just outside of third. Josh Harrison will find a Pirate fan and roll it over. Yeah, that's a Pirate fan. For a moment, I thought, well, maybe that's just a black and yellow shirt. That is a huge P on the shirt.
He's bigger than him almost.
Here's the 1-2. chopped up the middle, long range. Mercer keeps it in and will save a run by doing so on the infield single from Rob Refsnyder.
Well, Refsnyder continues his hot spring as this ball's ticketed to center field, but Mercer makes an excellent play to cut it off and save a run. Pittsburgh was very impressed with Mercer and his ability in range at shortstop, and he is clearly the starting shortstop now for having established himself. And Mercer at short, one of the good ones out there.
Here's Eric Jagielo, the Yankees' first-round pick back in 2013. 18 homers in the minors last year. Jagielo takes high, 2-0.
Yeah, Jagielo's on just about everybody's list of top Yankee prospects, certainly in the top 10. University of Notre Dame alumni.
Was the Big East Player of the Year in 2013. And he looks at strike one. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. And Burnett will step off. A 2-1. Fouled away. Jagielo was going to play in the Arizona Fall League, but he fractured his orbital bone during instructional league and did not get to the Arizona Fall League as a result of it. The 2-2. Stay right here.
Yeah, the Arizona Fall League's become such an important place for prospects to go and be seen and develop their skills. And it's kind of Greg Bird's coming out party this year, as he was the MVP of the Arizona Fall League. Potentially maybe one of the great Yankee prospects. As Brian Cashman said, he's probably the best overall hitter in the minor leagues for the Yankees.
Inside. By the way, we got word on Carlos Beltran, a stomach virus. So he is not at Steinbrenner Field today. Our Meredith Marakovitz providing us with that update. But good news in case there was any concern for why Austin Romine subbed in late at DH. That's why. Here's the payoff. High, ball 4. Good patience from Jagielo to lay off. And the Yankees now with bases loaded with 2 outs here in the second.
Very close pitch as Burnett does not like the call. Got a little tailing action on it. Veteran pitcher, rookie hitter. A.J. Burnett just can't understand it.
When he was right with the Yankees, David, that ball had great run, didn't it?
Yeah, he really did. I mean, he's always had excellent life on his fastball.
Ellsbury grounds it right to second. Rodriguez will throw him out, and Burnett didn't get the call, but does escape trouble.
When Martin Cooper invented the mobile phone in 1973,
hello? Yeah, this is Marty. Guess what we did?
Connectivity took a mighty leap forward. Staying connected is also the Mazda way. That's why the 2015 Mazda 3 uses cutting-edge technology.
Hey.
Hi. Headed home?
On my way.
To keep you seamlessly connected to the world around you and the road beneath you. This is the 2015 Mazda 3. What do you drive?
Few things can bring your business to a halt, like being out of coffee. But with WB Mason same-day delivery of Green Mountain Coffee and Keurig coffee makers,
Let's go!
Profits are up.
And that's the bottom line.
it's back to business as usual. When it comes to your business, WB Mason delivers. Whatever, whenever, wherever. Who but WB Mason?
Amy, can I get your number and take you out sometime?
Yeah, it's 555-4226.
Sal's Pizza.
Is this 555-4226?
Pick up a delivery.
Win 4, 4226 straight.
Make the most of the numbers that are in front of you every day.
Thank you.
Play the daily draw games from the New York Lottery.
Top of the third inning in Tampa. Let's take a look at the Pirates team scouting report. It is presented by Geico. The Pirates looking to build on last year, David.
Yeah, going for 3 and overcoming the Cards, obviously. In the Central Division, the St. Louis Cardinals have been the benchmark for years, and they're the team that you have to go through. And the MVP in center, obviously, McCutchen in center field has really established himself, not only as a perennial MVP candidate, but just an all-around solid citizen within the Pirate community and a real leader that everybody in this organization looks to.
Pirates with wild card berths each of the last 2 seasons. Last year losing the wild card game to the Giants, and the year before winning the wild card game and then playing a very intense 5-game series with the Cardinals. As we take a look at the Audi A3 scoreboard, no score here in the top of the third. Michael Pineda delivers a breaking ball strike. Pineda expected to get up around 90 pitches today. Josh Harrison grounded out to short in his first at bat. Takes strike 2.
I really like Pineda's windup. You know, that old school windup over his head with the glove. Really creates some rhythm and deception, I believe.
Hit in the air to left. Young a few steps back for the first out. I was talking with Larry Rothschild about Pineda before the game, David. The Yankee pitching coach was saying the key for Pineda is just those early outs. And as much as his off speed has looked great during the spring, and his changeup has looked great to him too. The reason he's able to get deep into games and work so quickly is the movement on the fastball. He gets so many early outs because of that movement.
You really do see it. I mean, it's a natural cutting action, you know, similar to what Mariano Rivera featured for so many years. And when Pineda first came to the Yankees, they almost weren't used to that kind of movement. They thought maybe he wasn't extending enough with his fastball, and as he's gotten stronger and stronger, now they just kind of ride it out and go with it. That's a natural movement that he has on his fastball, and he gets in on lefties very well with it, and he gets it over the plate early in the count, as you said, Ryan, and he does get a lot of balls off the end of the bat because of that movement.
2-0, chopped wide of third, foul. Now, Meredith, I know you've gotten a chance to chat with Larry Rothschild about Michael Pineda recently as well.
Well, you're talking about the way he pounds the strike zone with his fastball, but also they feel as though he's really made strides the end of last year in spring with that changeup, the off-speed stuff, and they feel like that, along with the rest of his repertoire, are really going to help him in this 2015 season. David, you can probably talk to this. The changeup thrown pretty hard as far as changeups are concerned, and that too has a lot of movement on it, which makes it difficult for hitters to get to.
Well, it really is. It's the third piece of the puzzle, you know, because Michael Pineda's top 2 pitches move right to left, as we mentioned, that cutting action on that fastball. But the changeup will fade the other way, so that's a very important pitch for Pineda, especially against left-handed batters.
Mercer laces a single into center. He is 2 for 2.
See, Pineda, because he does throw so many strikes, should have manageable pitch counts, and pretty decent here so far. This will be the 40th pitch here in the top of the third.
Gregory Polanco will hit with 1 on and 1 out. and take strike one. Polanco was probably Pittsburgh's most heralded position prospect since Andrew McCutchen came up last year, but didn't perform wonderfully at the major league level. .235 batting average at 7 homers. Actually got a standing ovation before he had ever done anything in the big leagues. His first game at PNC Park in Pittsburgh, because he was that touted a prospect. The 0-1 inside, but Polanco has put on about 20 pounds of muscle this offseason, hoping it helps him at the big league level. He was one of those Super 2 cases, David, being very careful about not bringing him up early, the Pirates were. Making sure they have an extra year. As Polanco pops that one up. Off the netting, foul. And he was the Pirates' #1 prospect last year. He was the #10 prospect in all of baseball, according to Baseball America last season. Had huge numbers at AAA, .328 batting average and .894 OPS.
Certainly project him to be a home run type hitter too, as well, to produce some power.
You know, David, you were very active with baseball in the Union around the strike time and throughout your career. What did you think of the Chris Bryant decision by the Cubs and sending him down for a couple of weeks at least before they bring him back up in order to protect him for another year of control?
Clearly a business decision. You know, even though there was some talk about maybe him needing some more reps defensively or a little more polish, that kid doesn't need any more polish. He's ready right now to play in the big leagues. He's clearly one of their best players. My only argument against that, Ryan, would be what if the Cubs fall a couple of games short for the pennant this year? If they miss the playoffs by 2 games, and they could have had Chris Bryant in for the first 2 weeks of the season, he might be the difference. Now, that's a long shot, I understand, but as a player on that team in that clubhouse, if this guy can help us win right now, I want him here right now. So I would be a little miffed if I'm in that clubhouse with the Cubs right now, but I certainly understand the business side of the game, and no doubt that was the impetus behind the decision, was just to protect the Cubs and their rights to have Chris Bryant for an extra year according to service time.
Bryant was just a beast this spring for Chicago, leading the major leagues in homers this spring. Hit .425 at 9 home runs as Marte pops that one up. Here's Alex Rodriguez getting tested and passing it. Pineda cruises through another frame. No score as Alex Rodriguez gets that other hand there to hang on.
He struck him out. An absolute gem.
Fans, come out to Yankee Stadium the first weekend of the season for Calendar Day on Saturday, April 11th, when the Yankees play the Red Sox. All guests in attendance will receive a 2015 Yankees calendar. The 2015 New York Yankees. Make the connection.
I've just arrived in Atlanta, and I can't wait to start telling people how switching to Geico could save them hundreds of dollars on car insurance. But first, my luggage. Ah, there it is. Excuse me, sir, I think you've got the wrong bag.
Sorry, they all look alike, you know?
No worries. Well, car's here. I can't save people money chatting at the baggage claim all day.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
He paid for you.
It's a German luxury sedan, but it's still an Audi. The Audi A4 Performance Sedan. Experience the Spring of Audi sales event today and get exceptional values on the Audi you've always wanted.
Today's Game on Yes is brought to you in part by your Mercedes-Benz Tri-State dealers. Visit MBUSA.com today. By Air France. France is in the air. And by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you gotta get DirecTV. Call 1-800-DIRECTV. Well, Alex Rodriguez has always had some adventures with pop-ups, and no different on the other side of the diamond. Getting that right hand there to secure it, and then leading off the inning. And taking low, ball one.
Might be the first time Alex Rodriguez has ever used a first baseman's mitt in his entire career.
You know, that's a really good point about just the different glove.
Got to break a new one in or borrow somebody's.
The Audi A3 scoreboard. 0-4 and 0 for both teams. Here's a 2-0. Rodriguez cranks one. Deep center. Racing back is Marte, and he will make the catch. Over the shoulder and up against the wall.
Well, Alex Goodwood drives this to dead center, and Marte, a fantastic athlete, makes that play look easy, and that was not an easy play. We saw Jose Pirela get a concussion on a similar play in Port St. Lucie earlier this spring.
McCann drives that one into left. Coming on to make the catch is Lambo. And 2 Rockets, but 2 outs as we take another look at Rodriguez's shot.
Fastball up and out over the plate and driven dead center. Marte easily.
Rodriguez was wondering if he got it, and on his trot off the field, gave a little love to his former teammate, A.J. Burnett. More good contact from A-Rod, though.
That was good bat speed right there to drive the ball to dead center on a fastball up and out.
And we mentioned the Pittsburgh outfield earlier, David. You were talking about how good they can be. We've already seen Marte gun down Garrett Jones at home and then track that ball easily in center. And what Pittsburgh's going to throw out in the outfield is 3 natural center fielders between Marte, Polanco, and then McCutchen. Today, Marte and Polanco out there, and McCutchen not playing.
The impressive part, Ryan, is that, you know, they obviously are 5-tool players, all of them. I mean, it's not just about speed burners. It's not just about guys who cover ground, play good defense, and steal bases. They hit home runs, too.
Lofted down the right field line and out of play. Austin Romine still fighting for that backup catcher spot. That's really the one position now in flux. You heard Meredith update the bullpen situation with Chris Martin and Chase and Shreve seemingly getting the spots. Chase Whitley going to AAA. 3-2. Lined right at second. Rodriguez puts it away. 3 Rockets with 3 outs. 3 innings in the books.
This Easter, tailor your style at K&G. It's back. Men's 100% wool suits are now just $99.99. Plus, select designer suits are just $199.99. Buy one, get 2 free. Come to shop, prepare to save at K&G.
K&G.
Moving is frustrating, but moving your DirecTV isn't. Simply call before you move and we'll take care of everything. With our professional installation, your DirecTV will be up and running before you unpack. That's one less burden as you celebrate your fresh start. The DirecTV Movers deal. Call and ask about all the benefits today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate online at carsforkids.com. That's cars with a K. Pickup is quick and easy. You'll get a vacation voucher and maximum tax deduction.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Let's trade keys during Hillside Honda's Trade-In to Trade-Up sales event. Trade up to a 2015 Pilot 4-wheel drive LX with 0.9% financing up to 36 months, or a 2015 Accord Sedan LX with 0.9 financing up to 36 months, and drive a 2015 Civic Sedan SE with 0.9 financing up to 48 months. So let's trade keys, trade in, trade up during Hillside Honda's Trade-In to Trade-Up event. Go to hillsidehonda.com. Your chance to trade in, trade up right now. I love Hillside Honda.
Hey, tomorrow afternoon, the Yankees host the Washington Nationals in Yes's final spring training game here at Steinbrenner Field. And remember, this coming Monday, the Yankees open the regular season in the Bronx with special pregame coverage starting at 11:30 a.m. right here on Yes. You see Sabathia against Steven Strasburg tomorrow. Good pitching matchup. You'll want to catch that on Yes. As Michael Pineda deals strike one to Pedro Alvarez. No score, top of the fourth. Pedro Alvarez played high school ball at Horace Mann in the Bronx. High chopper right to Rodriguez. Easy work and one away. Plenty of opportunities for A-Rod in the field at first base in just his second ever start there, David.
Yes, the ball is finding him today, and that's what you would expect. And it's the old baseball saying, put a guy in a new position and the ball seems to find him.
Francisco Cervelli having a very strong spring. 333, 4 home runs. Strike one.
It's going to be interesting to see how Cervelli mixes in here for the first time in his career, really a starting catcher. He's going to get the bulk of the duty behind home plate. He's impressed early in spring training. Pirates feel good about their choice, and they really targeted him. He was the guy they targeted when they lost Russell Martin. And in order to get Cervelli, they had to give something up. I mean, Justin Wilson is a good left-handed reliever that the Pirates did not want to trade. And Brian Cashman sat on him for an extended period of time and finally got his man in order for the Pirates to get their starting catcher.
Cervelli takes low. Well, and David, you take a look at the trade and the numbers from Wilson and Cervelli, and you see Cervelli had 3-on-1 last year in his 49 games of action, but in his career, his numbers, I feel like, are stronger than his reputation offensively. He's been a .278 career hitter, and he's never gotten an extended amount of plate appearances, but you know, an on-base percentage right around .350 in his career. It's not as if he doesn't have some ability on that end.
No doubt about it. I mean, you could rate him above average defensively, and if he can be at average or a little above offensively, you've got yourself a catcher.
That's one of those deals that could really help both teams.
Really could. I mean, Justin Wilson is a power lefty that as I mentioned, the Pirates did not want to lose, but you know, it seemed like, you know, you got to give up something to get something. And if you want your starting catcher, you got to give up a power lefty that you did not want to lose.
They lost Russell Martin, so had to go get a catcher.
I think a lot of general managers have realized that if you go around position by position, if you can be league average, around league average at every position, then that cumulatively puts you in contention. Now, when you look at defensive metrics now, and obviously on the offensive side of the ball, league average is a pretty good number.
Yeah.
And if you could be league average or around that all across the diamond, then you've got a pretty good team.
Cervelli waves and misses. Nasty slider from Pineda. And his 4th strikeout of the afternoon.
Well, this is the pitch, Ryan, that I grade out as one of the best sliders of any American League starter. Just incredible quality. The velocity, the spin, and the depth on that slider is what makes him so tough. That's where he gets a lot of his swings and misses, on that devastating slider.
That's not league average.
It's definitely well above league average, the quality of that particular pitch.
Pineda just motoring through another spring outing as he delivers strike 1 to Lambo.
And nothing is straight that comes out of Pineda's hand. Everything moves. Even when he throws his fastball outside to lefties, it still cuts. It looks like it's outside and darts over the outside corner.
You see the breakdown of his slider and the 36 strikeouts to just 3 walks with it last year. And he has Lambo set up. Pineda didn't make all that many starts last season because of the injuries, but in those 13 starts he made, he was electric. A sub-2 ERA, allowed just 56 hits in over 76 innings. And he has looked the same this spring. Look out. What a catch by a youngster on a ricochet off the back wall. Landed right in the right hand. Nice grab. And yeah, you could smile and show that off a little bit. Maybe Dad will even give you a sip of his beer. You might have to wait a few years for that, though. Yeah, you're a celebrity now.
Nothing like that feeling. When you get a ball at a game like that, look, I mean, the smile on his face, a lifetime memory.
Go tell all the kids at school. Brag to your cousins. Wasn't an easy play either. That hit off the back wall, came back hard, and he just snared it. The 1-2. Here's Rodriguez, tested again. The flip is good, the out is made. Rodriguez has been perfect at first, and Pineda has been dynamite on the mound.
Hi, I'm Rob Lowe, and I have DirecTV. And I'm poor decision-making Rob Lowe, and I have cable. With DirecTV, if you tune in late to a show, you can just restart it from the beginning. I'm going to miss my show. This shady drifter wants to borrow my car. Oh man, if they only knew, I don't know. Even if I don't get home in time, with DirecTV, I just restart my show. I just ate this tuna sandwich I found on the bus. Don't be like this me. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Honda's the only company ever to win both the Indy 500
and a Supercross Racing Championship.
They were also the first to come up with this. The Honda Dream Garage Sales Event, where you can get great deals on almost everything Honda makes, including the sporty Civic, named best value in its class. Get great deals on Civics right now.
The Honda Dream Garage Sales Event. Get a dream deal on a Civic with standard rear view camera. Now, at your Honda dealer.
I love my Mileage Plus Explorer card.
We're saving our United miles for a trip to Hawaii.
We love free check bags.
I've saved $75 in check bag fees.
No foreign transaction fees means real savings.
We can go to any country and spend money the way we would in the U.S.
One of the best things about priority boarding is you can just get on the plane and relax.
I put everything on the Explorer card. I really want my United miles.
MLB TV Premium, the #1 live streaming sports service, is celebrating 13 years. Watch every out-of-market game live or on demand in true HD on over 400 mobile and connected devices. Real-time highlights, live look-ins, and a pitch tracking widget, plus more. Every night on every device. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. Moments ago, that man was taking a picture of his beverage. No, he wasn't. He was taking a picture of his youngster after making that fantastic play on a line foul ball. And the smile was still just as wide.
Yes.
Here's Garrett Jones, hard single, his first at bat. Off-speed delivery for a strike. Still no score, bottom of the fourth between the Yankees and Pirates. Now Garrett Jones, acquired from the Marlins, but used to be a Pirate. However, where he is now at the Yankees, that makes someone very important to him very happy. Isn't that right, Meredith?
And that's his now wife, Cassie Jones, who he actually met while he was playing with the Pirates. And it's an interesting story how he found out that he was a Yankee. It was actually his wife checking on Twitter, wondering whether or not he would be traded this offseason. And she saw that he was traded to the Yankees, called Garrett and said, "Do you believe this? You've been traded to the Yankees." And he said, "Stop it. I know you used to be a big Yankees fan." Her uncle is actually Ron Coomer, who David was just after your time with the Yankees. But she said, "No, I think you've really been traded." And he said, "Stop, I don't believe you." 5 minutes later, he got a call from his agent and said, "Yes, you are a New York Yankee." So some very excited people. And it's funny, back in the day when they used to date, she went to Cornell University. Garrett would drive up there and spend weekends or whatever time he could with her. And she had Yankees memorabilia all over her college dorm room. And he said, "What are you doing? I play for the Pirates right now. Don't you know I play for the Pirates?" So she had to get rid of all that stuff. So when he got traded, she called these people back, her relatives back, and said, "Hey, can I get some of that stuff back? What do you think?"
And what they say?
They said no, absolutely not, and they'll probably be asking for some tickets throughout the season too. But a very excited family and really a nice story.
Well, that's tremendous stuff, Meredith. And it's never bad when you can make the wife happy. In that case, David, and then you can also go on a new shopping spree, get all new Yankees gear.
That's right. Welcome to New York. It's nice for a guy like Garrett Jones at this point in his career to be wanted. You know, the Yankees clearly in that trade got him back. Big part of that trade obviously was Evaldi, the power right-handed starter. But Jones was not just an afterthought. He was somebody that the Yankees thought that could fit well into Yankee Stadium in a backup role and off the bench, maybe provide a little bit of power to that short porch at Yankee Stadium.
And Jones and his wife have New York in their blood. He actually got engaged at Central Park. And you take a look at the deal, David, you were just talking about. A lot of significant pieces moving in that trade.
Yeah, the Yankees really like Domingo Germán, too. He's a young flamethrower.
Jones pounds one in the air. High drive, right center. Plenty of room for Marte as he makes the catch on the lip of the track for the first out after a lengthy at-bat from Garrett Jones. But David, we should mention today is Worldwide Autism Awareness Day. Something that is certainly on the minds of the Yankees family, as well as the Brooklyn Nets family. Play their games on the Yes Network, and Darren Williams, their point guard, has a son with autism. Darren always very involved in autism awareness, has his own foundation, the Point of Hope Foundation, as Chris Young serves one just over the racing Rodriguez into right field for a base hit. And you know what, Dave? Brooklyn's exciting push for an NBA playoff spot continues tomorrow night on Yes when the Nets take on the division rival Toronto Raptors at the Barclays Center. Live coverage starts at 7 o'clock with the Verizon Fios pregame. Watch the Nets on Yes. Nets have won 5 in a row.
Yeah, they're looking pretty good lately, I know.
They are making their push. Brooke Lopez playing some outstanding basketball. Currently tied with the Heat for those final 2 playoff spots. Half game up on Boston. Good hard strike to get ahead of Stephen Drew. Drew ripped a single to center field, hit it so hard that Garrett Jones was thrown out easily trying to score from second. in Drew's first at bat. You had mentioned, David, it was a high fastball, too, that he really got on top of.
Yeah, that was kind of shades of the old Stephen Drew from a couple years ago when he was part of the Red Sox World Series team.
Check swing could turn into an infield single. It does. You'll take that. A multi-hit day for Stephen Drew, and 2 on here in the 4th.
Could have used a couple of these last year. I know he's probably thinking that right now, because he just could not buy a hit for extended stretches last year, and then all of a sudden, excuse me, thank you very much.
You can't put any better than that. The speed, the spot, it was all right. Here's Rob Refsnyder, had an infield single in his first at bat. Good play by Jody Mercer, keeping the ball in to prevent a run on a grounder up the middle, as Refsnyder takes strike 1.
It's another one of the Yankee rookies that has been so impressive. I think you can make the argument that Refsnyder's had maybe the best offensive spring of anybody here on the Yankees roster. Certainly Chase Headley's had a great spring too, numbers wise, and you noted Alex Rodriguez too, bouncing back this year.
Good stop by Cervelli, who has been busy with that breaking ball from A.J. Burnett. We saw Cervelli make a couple stops earlier as we take another look at this one. And David, we saw Jose Molina have to play that role with A.J. Burnett for much of Burnett's time with the Yankees.
Yeah, no doubt about it. As Cervelli's obviously familiar with A.J. Burnett as well, and would anticipate these two hooking up and doing some good things for the Pirates this year.
The 1-1. A little bit in. 2-1.
Just so happy to see, Ryan, catchers get their due nowadays with some of the defensive metrics that are out there and pitch framing ability and new ways to quantify what catchers do for pitchers. It's so important that pitchers have known for so many years. It's nice to see, as you see Cervelli right there with an example of a great pitch frame on a particular pitch down and away. And it's such an important category for pitchers, and it's nice to see catchers get their due nowadays. And this is a borderline pitch down and away, and see how quiet Cervelli's glove is. It's excellent framing.
The 2-2 to Refsnyder. Grounded hard. Diving stop by Harrison, and the long throw. Oh, what a play by Josh Harrison to nail Refsnyder for this second out.
This is as good as it gets. Harrison, another one of the fantastic athletes in foul territory. And the throw. Easily gunning down the runner. And Harrison, we saw that in the Bronx last year in the outfield, where he made some incredible plays. All over the field, this guy can play.
And that throw was a dart. An all-star last year. Actually, Harrison finished in the top 10 in the MVP voting.
He was that good, yes. Yeah. That, and when you factor in that he's moved around all over the diamond, just a remarkable athlete. Clint Hurdle finds ways to get him in the lineup on any given day.
And he makes highlight plays at all positions. He's that kind of athlete. Plays second, third, the outfield.
Obviously, with Pedro Alvarez moving over to first base, has opened up third base. The big move for the Pirates to try to find a home at first base for Pedro Alvarez and hope his power numbers settle in.
Alvarez started to have quite a few throwing errors at third base, and now getting settled at first. Pirates have liked what they've seen from Alvarez at first base this spring. They certainly like seeing that from Harrison over at third.
There's no doubt it takes the pressure off of Alvarez as well, so he can concentrate on hitting.
1-2. Chop, right side, high hop, fielded by Rodriguez, and Burnett covering at first for the final out of the inning. The play by Harrison keeps the Yankees off the board.
Hazelnut, light on the acidity.
Inorganic Sumatra.
Coffee, black, please.
Need some jet fuel coffee.
The best coffee comes from your local coffee shop, right? Well, maybe. When your business is looking for great tasting coffee, look no further than W.B. Mason's selection of Green Mountain K-Cups. And with our same-day delivery, your coffee snob friends will have what they want, even if they think it's being brewed by a barista. Who but W.B. Mason?
In New York State, we're reinventing how we do business so businesses can reinvent the world. From pharmaceuticals to 3D prototyping, biotech to clean energy. Whether your business is moving, expanding, or just getting started, only New York offers you zero taxes for 10 years with Startup New York, business incubators that partner companies with universities, and venture capital funding for high-growth industries. See how New York can grow your business and create jobs. Visit ny.gov/business.
This award season, the red carpet has shades of green. The spotlight shines all day. And the best four-wheeler of the year lets you go where others can't. So you end up with the best seats in the house. The 2015 Jeep Award Season event.
Both games on TV.
Top of the 5th inning in Tampa, which means we get a chance to chat with Yankees manager Joe Girardi. Hello, Joe.
Hi, Ryan. Hi, Coney. How are you guys?
Well, you got a couple of scoreless games going on right now, Joe.
All right.
0-0 in Lakeland in the top of the 4th, and you have 0-0 here in the top of the 5th. Michael Pineda, his spring has been about as impressive as it gets, huh?
Yeah, he's been really good. I mean, he's been really good since he came back last year and was healthy. So we're really pleased with where he's at.
No, Joe, how much have you seen the secondary pitches develop? We know he gets so many outs with the velocity and the movement on the fastball, but how about where he's come along with the slider and the changeup as well?
Well, I think it's always been good, but his changeup has really developed, and he throws it to left-handers and right-handers. And, you know, the other thing is he works fast. I mean, he just does a lot of things right, you know, and he's easy to play behind, and, you know, he's quite a pitcher.
You know, Joe, when Pineda first came over in the big trade for Jesus Montero, it seemed like he was cutting the ball. And Larry Rothschild kind of worked with him a little bit, but it seems like he's naturally settled into a low 90s to mid 90s cut fastball that's just nasty.
It's just natural for him. It just happens. It's not that he's trying to do it. It's just natural, and I think that's sometimes it has to do with the way you release it. You know, it's just a natural release. Sometimes I think it has to do with the way your hand is. But he's very comfortable.
Yeah, it seems like he can throw it to both sides of the plate as well. He's really settled in with that natural movement.
That one's driven in the air, deep right. Jones back, will make the play for the first out of the inning. Now, Joe, we know Meredith spoke about it earlier on the broadcast, but Brian Cashman talked at length about the decision to take Chase Whitley, send him down, and what it means for Martin as well as Chase and Shreve. That bullpen pretty much shored up now for you?
Yeah, you know, sometimes there's things that happen, but, you know, I mean, they're going with us, and you know, the idea is that they're going to be in our bullpen. And, you know, we feel that we have a lot of flexibility with the 3 left-handers and the right-handers as well. So we're excited about our bullpen.
How about the acquisition of Gregorio Petit?
Well, we wanted a right-handed bat, and, you know, we really believe that Ref Snyder is going to be some kind of player. But we want him to continue to develop. We don't necessarily want him to play, you know, only against left-handers and not play every day. And when he comes up, and we really feel that he's going to be a big league everyday player, we want it for good in him playing every day.
Now, looks like Brian Mitchell's pitching well today against the Tigers too, Joe. Give you a little update on that game.
Yeah, I mean, it's important because when you look at, you know, guys like Mitchell and Chase Whitley pitched well for us last year as a starter. It's hard to go through the year with 5 starters the whole year. And, you know, we've talked about, you know, I think we have a stretch where we have about 30 games in 31 days that we're going to insert a 6th starter, and these guys have a chance to play an important role.
Nice off-speed delivery for Pineda. He gets Pedro Florman pinch hitting for A.J. Burnett looking.
You know, here's where, you know, they're using a pitcher, we're using a DH in spring training. I think it's important that, you know, you can do that depending on what type of team you are. And I think AJ was going to hit. If the first guy got on, he was going to butt him over. But I wouldn't have a problem if they wanted to send AJ back out. You know, we want him to throw 10 more pitches and we're taking him out. Or they just let Florman be the DH the rest of the. I think we should allow that flexibility in our game.
Well, that's interesting. We'll see if that's something that Clint Hurdle and the Pirates end up wanting to do here. Hey, Joe, how about Alex at first base today?
Looks really good. I mean, he's had a few plays. You know, he made an accurate throw on the double play ball. He was mad at himself that he didn't catch it originally, but it's been pretty good.
How do you envision using him, if at all, over there?
Well, I think you have to have some flexibility, you know, in case someone, you know, needs 3 or 4 days off, and, you know, maybe you're facing a tough left-hander and you don't necessarily want to put Garrett there. And you know, for me, the flexibility is key. And Alex gives us that because we can play him at first, we can play him at third, and it's really helpful.
Well, Alex gives you that, and Pineda gives you a quick inning.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Joe. Michael Pineda mowing him down through 5, no score.
Honda developed the first fuel-injected motorcycle, the world's first omnidirectional personal mobility device. We even made rear-view cameras standard on every 2015 Honda vehicle. But I'm here to introduce one of our greatest innovations yet. The Honda Dream Garage sales event with great deals on almost everything we make right now. So go, you've got a garage to fill.
The Honda Dream Garage sales event. Get a dream deal on an Odyssey with standard rear view camera. Now, at your Honda dealer.
You coming to the party tonight?
Yep.
Dressing up?
Oh, I'm dressing up.
All right.
What's the address again?
382 Maple Street.
382. All right, see you tonight.
All right, man.
Oh, is this 382 Maple?
This is 382 Elm.
Honey, who's at the door?
Hey, Bobby.
Hey, man. 382 Bucks.
Make the most of the numbers that are in front of you every day. Play the daily draw games from the New York Lottery.
I'm feeling Subway today. Hey, New York! Now through April 30th, get any footlong for just $6 or less. That's right. Choose from any and all footlong favorites, like the fresh toasted Italian BMT or the mouthwatering sweet onion chicken teriyaki, featuring all white meat grilled chicken strips with no artificial preservatives or flavors. Hurry into Subway restaurants today and pick up any footlong of your choice for only $6 or less.
When you come to the ballpark, you never know if you're going to get a souvenir. Joe Girardi picks out a fan, says, you know what? I have something for you, young lady. Tosses the ball over and gets it to his intended recipient. But you got to be careful when you get a precious souvenir, because if you juggle it too much, it can be like a hot potato. So happy you have it, and then, oh no. These seats are elevated, and that ball rolls down. Nobody knows but her. How's she going to get it back? Oh, she's going into climbing mode to try and get at that baseball. And finally, she gets some help, and the prize is returned. And we're back over the seats, climbing. Holding on for dear life now. Jacoby Ellsbury facing new pitcher Jared Hughes. A.J. Burnett's 4 innings in the book. So even though Joe Girardi would have been okay with Burnett not hitting and then going back out to the mound, Pirates turn to Hughes. He's been roughed up a little this spring. But last year, Hughes was tremendous out of the pen for Pittsburgh, a sub-2 ERA. Only 51 hits allowed in 64 innings. High chopper, that's going to be a tough play. Alvarez makes it, and Hughes there, uneventful for the first out. No score, bottom of the 5th. Alex Rodriguez with a deep drive to center field his last time up. A cracked line drive that Starling Marte caught just in front of the wall over his shoulder. Big cut and a miss from Rodriguez. Pedro Florman, the new third baseman for Pittsburgh. Josh Harrison out after a tremendous play last inning. Full body length dive, saving a run. One from Hughes. Swing and a miss. Got him with the off speed. 1-2.
Hughes, big guy out there, 6'7", 250. More of a sinker slider style though, ground ball machine, as opposed to a power guy.
Rodriguez cuts through strike 3. 2 away here in the 5th. Rodriguez has been trying plenty at first base this afternoon, David.
Well, he has. He got tested. That's the one he was a little upset about. But a good scoop there from Drew at shortstop, and then a little juggle on the pop-up. Got to break in that first baseman's mitt. But he just about got all the plays. So I think, obviously, in Alex's situation with Joe Girardi talking to him right there, that in the case of Mark Teixeira getting hurt, that conceivably he could platoon at first with Garrett Jones. You know, Garrett Jones, obviously the backup first baseman, but if something happened with your regular first baseman, then you could slide into sort of a platoon situation at first base, or at least have that option.
And the word Joe just used with us, David, flexibility. And we know that he is so conscious of resting his starters and making sure everybody stays healthy throughout the season. He'll take as much of that flexibility as he can get.
No doubt about it. You know, it's obvious that Alex is going to get the bulk of the DH duties early in the season, but still can play third base on occasion when Headley needs a day. And as we said, the first base option, probably the third option at first base behind Teixeira and Jones.
Here's the 1-2 to McCann. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Impressive inning for Hughes, who strikes out 2, scoreless through 5 in Tampa.
There are other luxury cars starting around $29,900. But when put to the challenge, not one of them made this kind of, what's the word? Impact. The Audi A3, the only car in its class to receive both a 5-star overall safety rating and IIHS top safety pick. Experience the spring of Audi sales event today and get exceptional values on the Audi you've always wanted.
From the very minute you have this idea that you want to be in business, you need to have that card.
Presentation is everything, because they're not only first impression of you, but now you're handing them this product that really is kind of going to define your business in their mind pretty quickly.
You want a very thick card that feels nice in your client's hand.
I think it's nice to have a choice, because sometimes you want a glossy card, but for other projects, I don't necessarily want all that.
Your business card is a reflection of you. It should say exactly what you want. With a range of design, stock, and finish options at Vistaprint, it will. Get 500 business cards starting at just $9.99. Just enter promo code TV500 at Vistaprint.com.
That business card, when I make a connection with someone, has to be phenomenal. It has to be elegant and invoke all the things that Diamond stands for.
Just that professionalism is going to make you, as a business owner, more successful just right off the bat.
Vistaprint.com.
You may never hit a 3 from downtown or a bucket at the buzzer, but you can be a real winner all this month at the Honda Manhattan Tournament of Savings. Here's the stats. New 2015 Honda Accord EX Sedan Automatic, a score at just $179 a month for 36 months. Then there's the sweet 2015 Honda CR-V LX 4-wheel drive, leased for only $199 per month. Our award-winning customer service means we'll jump through hoops for you. Any way you go, you're a winner during Honda Manhattan's Tournament of Savings.
Hey fans, don't miss the first Saturday of the 2015 season at Yankee Stadium on Saturday afternoon, April 11th. The Yankees take on the Red Sox, and it's calendar day. All guests in attendance will receive a 2015 Yankees calendar. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com. Visit the Yankee Stadium ticket window. Yankees to call Ticketmaster at 877-469-9849. Pineda still out there dealing. Jordy Mercer is one guy who's gotten to him a little bit with 2 singles. Another hard crack ball. Nice cookie hop for Drew. And a nice scoop from Rodriguez. A couple throws from Drew in his first start of the spring. It short have been low, but Rodriguez has handled them both cleanly, David.
Very understandable. Drew has been making those throws from second base all spring and doing Alex a favor just to test him out and give him a chance to scoop a couple in the dirt.
Seven putouts at first today for A-Rod as Polanco shows bunt and pulls back. No score, top of the 6th. Pineda expected to get up around 90 pitches, and he's done what he's done all spring, just been dealing. Nubbed towards the vacated hole and through for a base hit for Polanco. As Drew, the shortstop, was on the other side of second base.
Well, beat the shift, as you could see, even with 2 strikes and a power pitcher on the mound. Pineda goes down and away. Polanco off the end of the bat. Hits it right where normally the shortstop would be playing.
Pineda will check on first, working from the stretch for the first time since the 3rd inning. Had retired 9 in a row. And we'll check again on Polanco. Polanco stole 14 bases in his 89 games with the Pirates last year. Has speed. There he goes. The throw down is wide, and even if it was on the money, it wasn't going to matter. That base is stolen.
Well, no doubt about it. A huge lead and a great jump. And you could see that McCann really had no chance right there. Pineda was read easily by Polanco. And with that kind of lead and that kind of jump, he's got a chance to steal a lot of bases.
And a runner in scoring position for Pittsburgh. Strike 1 from Pineda. Marte 0 for 2 is grounded out to short, popped out to first. Polanco once stole 40 bases back in 2012 in the minors. Stole 38 in 2013. Plenty of speed, so see him running plenty. One of those athletic outfielders for Pittsburgh. The 1-1. Lined foul and sets up 1-2. Pineda with 6 strikeouts on the afternoon. Has not surrendered an extra base hit. 5 singles, no walks. That's it. 1-2.
just hear a lot of funny sounds coming off the bat, off of Pineda. You know, off the end of the bat because of that late movement on all of his pitches. Get a lot of jam shots, a lot of broken bats off the end of the bat, a lot of full swings and funny sounds off the bat. Just a very hard guy to square up.
He'll tell you too. Some people think he throws a cutter. I don't throw a cutter. I just have movement on my fastball. That's it. And that one moved Marte off the plate. If you look at some of the different pitch tracking systems, they will have Pineda throwing a cutter, whether it's fan graphs or other means to track them, but it's not a cutter. It's just that much movement on his fastball.
Yes, he's not trying to manipulate the ball. He's just throwing it naturally.
Golfed into center field for a base hit. Polanco will round and score without a throw, and the Pirates are on the board here in the 6th.
Well, just an excellent at-bat for Marte as he battled Pineda and then goes down on a good slider, probably a ball down off the end of the bat, and is strong enough to get it into center field to the outfield grass and pick up an RBI. Excellent at-bat for Marte.
That'll do it for Pineda. Another successful spring outing in Tampa.
Honda developed the world's most advanced light jet, the world's most advanced humanoid robot. And now we're introducing
Honda's Dream Garage Sales Event with great deals on almost everything Honda makes, like the CR-V, Motor Trend's 2015 Sport Utility of the Year, and this powerful Honda.
The Honda Dream Garage Sales Event. Get a dream deal on a 2015 CR-V with standard rear view camera. Now at your Honda dealer.
I love my Mileage Plus Explorer card.
We're saving our United miles for a trip to Hawaii.
We love free check bags.
I've saved $75 in check bag fees.
No foreign transaction fees means real savings.
We can go to any country and spend money the way we would in the US.
One of the best things about priority boarding is you can just get on the plane and relax.
I put everything on the Explorer card. I really want my United miles.
He paid for you.
It's a German luxury sedan, but it's still an Audi. The Audi A4 Performance Sedan. Experience the Spring of Audi sales event today and get exceptional values on the Audi you've always wanted.
Andrew Miller comes on in relief of Michael Pineda and immediately gets a ground ball from Alvarez. Should be 2. It is. Inning over. 1 pitch, 2 outs for Miller. Pineda's day is done. Just 1 run surrendered in 5 1/3.
I'll ride the highway. I'm going my way. I leave a story untold.
You just keep sending more pictures.
If you're a free-range chicken, you roam free. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
This award season, the red carpet has shades of green. The spotlight shines all day. And the best four-wheeler of the year know where others can't. So you end up with the best seats in the house. The 2015 Jeep Award Season event.
France in the air.
Nets' mission is clear. Just win.
Johnson looking for the dagger. Oh, yeah!
Tomorrow night on Yes, Brooklyn's exciting push for a playoff spot rages on at Barclays when they hit the court against the division-leading Toronto Raptors. Live coverage starts tomorrow at 7. Watch the Nets on Yes.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the New York Yankees. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. Fans getting some sun, taking in some baseball at Steinbrenner Field. Bottom of the 6th inning, Pirates a 1-0 lead on the Yankees after Michael Pineda gave up an RBI single to Starling Marte. And Romine gets that one through off the glove of Mercer for a base hit to begin the 6th.
Well, Romine's had several good swings, really all spring training, and not a lot to show for it. Finally catches a break there. Gets a knock on the board.
Here's Garrett Jones. 1 for 2. Hammers this one. Deep left, racing back. Lambo over his head and off the bottom of the wall. Romine hustling into third. On to second with the double goes Jones. And the Yankees are set up with second and third and nobody out here in the 6th.
Well, excellent job by Jones of staying on that pitch and driving it the other way, not trying to pull it. This ball really carries. Not exceptionally windy here today, although the ball is carrying fairly well. And off the wall for Jones, and that'll end his day. A nice double.
So Aaron Judge will pinch run for Garrett Jones. There's Judge. Brought back because of the split squad today. And the Yankees threatening here to get on the board. Chris Young 1 for 2 with a single. Second and third, nobody out. Young lines that one into center. It will get down for a base hit. 2 runs will score on the 2-run single from Chris Young. And the Yankees take a 2-1 lead.
Well, Chris Young aggressive early in the count on this tailing fastball. Kind of gets tied up a little bit, but fights it off. And just under the glove. As that's going to be a nice base hit and 2 RBIs for Chris Young. He's going to finish his day.
Ben Gamble pinch running for Chris Young at first. The 1-0. Grounded. Might have deflected off of the runner. Just got out of the way as Rodriguez had to fight through the distraction to make the out at first base, but that became dangerously close to hitting Gamble.
See Gamble pinch running for Jones here. Little hopscotch along the way, get out of the way, as Ryan was talking about. And did create a little bit of a roadblock there.
Here's Refsnyder. 1 for 2 and would be 2 for 2 if not for this spectacular play by Josh Harrison, the Pirates' third baseman. A full body length dive on a rocket down the line from Refsnyder and threw him out. That one bounces away from Cervelli, and on to third goes Gamble.
This is the last thing you expect if you're Cervelli is a fastball sinking down as Cervelli assumes it's going to get there in the air, and it just short hops him, and not enough time to block it or get in a blocking position. Most catchers will tell you that's the toughest one when you're anticipating a fastball on the inside corner. You don't expect it in the dirt.
1-1 to Refsnyder. Grounded hard and through into left field for a base hit. Coming home is Gamble. Refsnyder's hot hitting spring continues, and the Yankees take a 3-1 lead.
Well, we've said all along that Refsnyder might be the MVP offensively for the Yankees in spring training, and that just continues. Just a great, solid approach. As you see, a sinker down and in, and he just cuts him off. As Refsnyder beats him to the spot, finds the hole, picks up another RBI.
Well, when we talked to Joe Girardi in the 5th inning, he was talking about Rob Refsnyder and why he's going to AAA rather than staying with the big league club. He said, we think this is going to be a great player for us in the future. We just want him playing every single day.
It certainly makes sense. I think the only way Refsnyder's in the big leagues is if Drew is your shortstop and Didi Gregorius has problems or is not healthy enough to go, and that's not the case right now. As Gregorius is fine, recovering from his little mild wrist sprain the other day.
He had two chances in the field today through 5 innings in Lakeland, where he's playing, and has made 3 at-bats, a ground out, a pop out, and a strikeout. As Jagielo grounds into a 4-6-3 inning-ending double play, but the Yankees put a 3 spot up on the board and take a 3-1 lead.
Brett Gardner's on fire.
Fans, come on to Yankee Stadium on Saturday, April 25th, when the Yankees take on the Mets in the Subway Series for one of the most popular days of the year, Bat Day. The first 10,000 guests 14 and younger will receive a Brett Gardner replica bat, courtesy of Bank of America. The 2015 New York Yankees. Make the connection.
In New York State, we're reinventing how we do business so businesses can reinvent the world. From pharmaceuticals to 3D prototyping, biotech to clean energy. Whether your business is moving, expanding, or just getting started, only New York offers you 0 taxes for 10 years with Startup New York, business incubators that partner companies with universities, and venture capital funding for high-growth industries. See how New York can grow your business and create jobs. Visit ny.gov/business.
The first hybrid in America, a Honda. The first to meet the Clean Air Act standards, a Honda. And now we're the first to do something else. The Honda Dream Garage sales event! Right now you can get an amazing deal on a Honda Accord, named a 2015 IIHS Top Safety Pick.
The Honda Dream Garage sales event. Get a dream deal on an Accord with standard rearview camera. Now at your Honda dealer.
Tonight, on an all-new center stage with Michael A., presented by your Tri-State Land Rover retailers. Star of the hit series and upcoming movie Entourage, Jeremy Piven.
There's a lot of pressure, you know, because 8 years is a long time to be in people's living rooms. And they've grown to love these characters.
Premieres tonight at 10.
Only on Yes.
Top of the 7th inning at Steinbrenner Field. On the Ford scoreboard, Yankees take a 3-1 lead. Those fans catching a breeze on another gorgeous afternoon. Dellin Betances coming on after Andrew Miller got 2 outs with 1 pitch in relief of Michael Pineda. And Betances hoping to build on what he thought was an encouraging outing last time out in the minor league complex. And he will face his former teammate, Francisco Cervelli, and deal outside ball 1. Some defensive changes for the Yankees. We will get you shortly. Good breaking ball for a strike. It's Gamble who goes to left, Jake Cave in center, Aaron Judge in right. Jagielo stays at third. Petit, the newly acquired, goes to short. Wade at second, Bird at first, and McCann stays in to catch Betances.
It's always going to be about mechanics with Dellin Betances. And throughout his minor league career, it was always a struggle in the rotation with getting in sync.
Harder with that one, someone that tall.
That tall, and he really drives off his back leg, too. I like the way he uses his lower half, but it's really about synchronizing the lower half with the upper half and just timing and rhythm. As Betances continues to work on that in spring training, that's where the velocity will pop. When everything is together and he smooths out his mechanics, that's when the ball will naturally jump and you'll see his velocity really pick up.
Full count on Cervelli. 3-2 from Betances. Chopped at the plate. Stay right here. When Brian Cashman was talking about Dellin Betances' struggles this spring, and he said his only concern was if it affected Betances confidence-wise. But he was assured that it absolutely did not. After speaking with him, he said, well, I know I don't have that worry. Betances is still feeling plenty good about himself. The payoff is down ball 4. Meredith, I know you've had a chance to discuss those mechanical tweaks that Dellin feels he's needed to make.
Well, Ryan, it's funny, David, you were talking about the mechanics in the bottom half and really sorting things out. And when I caught up with Dellin Betances after his last outing, that's something that he addressed right away. He said he and Larry Rothschild sat down, looked at some video, and one of the first things they noticed was that his leg kick was a little bit too high. That's something he needed to change. Also, he felt as though he was flying open a little bit too much and not having great direction towards home plate. So those are a couple things that he's cognizant of now when he's on the mound and he's trying to correct, and he feels as though he's getting towards where he needs to be starting the season.
That's laced foul. A dangerous souvenir. Pinch runner for Pittsburgh. As you see Andrew Lambo step in. Gustavo Nunez pinch running for Cervelli. Yankees put 3 infielders on the right side for Lambo, who is 1 for 2. Runner goes. That's smoked. Center field. Racing back is Cave. Gets there to make the catch, and retreating is Nunez, 1 out. Now 97 miles an hour on our gun there, David. And you mentioned how those mechanical tweaks that Meredith was just talking about can sort of let the velocity come. And Brian Cashman also, when he was talking about Betances, he said, I want to make something clear, because there's been the narrative out there that the velocity is a problem. The velocity is not a problem. It's actually 1 mile per hour faster on average at this point in spring from where it was last year in spring.
Well, there's certainly a building process throughout the spring, especially with relievers that incrementally tend to get better towards the end of spring training with more work, arm strength being built up. It was such a breakout year last year for Dellin Betances, one of the very best in the league. The great stories in all of Major League Baseball last year was his dominance.
Popped up. Foul ground. McCann will run out of room. Onto the screen. Betances, an all-star last year. A 1.40 ERA. Gave up just 46 hits in 90 innings. 135 strikeouts to just 24 walks.
It's a big workload, too, really, for the first full year as a reliever. Certainly on the big league level. Betances, a converted starter, had trouble with his control in the rotation and just really took to relieving, obviously. 90 innings and 70 appearances is a major workload last year.
You see those filthy numbers.
That's what made him so valuable, was the fact that he could pitch in 70 of those games and get 90 innings out of those 70 games.
Betances, as the runner goes, delivers foul ball. Count holds 1-2.
You know, Ryan, it's sort of the question is what's more valuable in the bullpen. Everybody talks about the closer and the last 3 outs being so important, but really Dellin Betances' value was really about his multiple inning appearances last year, being able to come in the 6th inning and pitch multiple innings, or 7th inning when the game's on the line. And if he's going to be at the back end of the game now as a closer, or in the 8th or 9th inning, you're going to lose a little bit of that feature that he gave the Yankees last year, of being able to come in at just about any point in the game from the 6th inning on. And a lot of times the games are won and lost in the 6th or 7th inning as much as the last 3 outs of the 9th inning.
And Joe Girardi hasn't named a closer yet when it comes to Betances or Andrew Miller. May not have one.
It's going to be interesting to see how he mixes and matches early in the year.
Betances will check on Nunez. The pinch runner has had to retreat back to first base quite a few times. First on Andrew Lambeau's line out to center, and then a couple of Sean Rodriguez foul balls. And hopping off of first was Nunez. David, do you think it's important to have somebody who absolutely is the closer?
I think players feel better when they know their roles, you know, from a personal standpoint. I think there's 2 different things. There's the numbers part and the value of the numbers, as we said with Betances last year, being able to pitch multiple innings in the 6th or 7th inning was so valuable to the Yankees. You know, you saw those 90 innings pitched, just a really high workload for a reliever. That many innings pitched in multiple innings. But from a personal standpoint, the players, from a human side, need to know their roles. They feel more comfortable knowing their roles. There's no doubt that the last 3 outs of the game are important mentally and emotionally. It's a different element to closing out a game, and nothing more demoralizing for a team than blowing saves late in the game. But from a straight number standpoint, I think the value that Betances brought last year in those multiple inning appearances is going to be hard to replace.
Runner goes, strike 3, throw wobbles its way into center. And on to third goes Nunez after the strikeout from Betances. Let's take a listen in to Dellin Betances talking about being the closer.
You know, contribute in whatever way I can, you know, but I've learned a lot from Robertson and from Mo in the previous years. So, you know, if that opportunity arises, I'll try to just, you know, use their advice and try to do the best I can.
Well, David, both he and Andrew Miller have been very casual about whether or not they are going to be the closer, the other one's going to be the closer. They don't seem overly concerned with it, at least not yet.
They both handled it very well. They said all the right things. Sometimes these problems work themselves out. You know, the nature of the game, matchups. I'm sure both will get a chance to close some games. I'm sure there will be situations where Joe Girardi will give Andrew Miller a shot, and because of particular matchups. And of course, Dellin Betances is going to get a shot as well.
Florman takes high. You can see the velocity popping a little bit more for Betances today.
Yeah, I think he's definitely made a step in the right direction. He looks a little smoother on the mound. The velocity comes, as we said, with good mechanics and a smooth delivery. So clearly Betances is making some progress here towards the end of spring training.
Trying to strand a runner at third. And that's going to be ball 3 on Florman. Yankees with one more contest here in Tampa. That's tomorrow afternoon on Yes. CC Sabathia will start against Steven Strasburg. The 3-1. Grounded foul. And then an exhibition game in D.C. against the Nationals. And finally the opener Monday at Yankee Stadium. Remember, gates opening 2.5 hours before first pitch, and as part of a new Major League Baseball initiative, you will have to go through metal detectors, so make sure you get there early to get through the metal detectors and into your seat for the ceremonies. A payoff is in the dirt, ball 4. A couple of walks in the inning, and 2 on for the Pirates. Corey Hart will get his first at-bat of the afternoon, hitting in Josh Harrison's spot atop the orders. Had a productive spring in the 10 games he's played. Swing and a miss, a big wave from Hart.
I think part of the problem are expectations with Betances. He set the bar so high last year. Just an incredible year. Any which way you slice it, just one of the great all-time years for any reliever in modern history.
When you're getting comparisons to Mariano's 96, people wondering, was your year even more dominant? That's when you know it's something special that Betances did in 2014.
It's going to be so hard to duplicate those numbers, and I don't think the Yankees expect that. Managing expectations is going to be a key with Betances as well.
1-1, pops high, 2-1. And McCann wants to talk things over with Betances. Up to 25 pitches in the frame.
He just made it look so easy last year, Betances. It was automatic, 2 strikeouts per appearance. If you didn't get multiple strikeouts, you were like, yeah, what's wrong? You know?
Yeah.
And he made it look easy. His innings were quick. He was constantly on the upper hand against the hitters, always on top of them.
2-1, high, 3-1.
The difference here so far in spring is you see the mechanics a little off, the controls a little off. A lot of 3-1 counts and 2-1 counts. Last year was just the opposite. And it will again. I mean, it's still spring training. I think the encouraging part is that his velocity is up.
Like that, 96. And strike 2. Betances trying to work his way out of a little trouble here in the 7th. First and third, 2 outs. Here's the payoff. Grounded to short. Petit will get his first chance and make it. Inning over as Betances works his way into and out of trouble. We will stay right here as we honor America in Tampa.
All the men and women of our armed forces around the globe preserving our freedom. Please direct your attention to the Yankees first base dugout and welcome United States Navy Petty Officer First Class Stephen Diaz of the Mine Countermeasures Helicopter Squadron. He's deployed multiple times and recently returned from the Persian Gulf and is now a recruiter in St. Petersburg. He is standing with the Yankees during the singing of God Bless America. Let's have a warm round of applause for all of our brave men and women for their sacrifices for our country. Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing and remove your caps and join in Kate Smith's rendition of God Bless America.
To the
transit. You put in 4 hours before the 9-to-5ers even show up. And you don't drive to an office, your van is your office. For you, Ford created a new kind of full-size van. The all-new Transit with EcoBoost. Efficient where it counts and built Ford tough. And so customizable, it'll fit any business like a work glove. This is the all-new Ford Transit.
Now get 2.9% financing for 60 months or up to $2,000 cash back on a Ford Transit at your local Ford dealer.
The score is tied. There's a man on third and one out. Babe Ruth needs just one more home run to break his record. Can he do it?
Amy, can I get your number and take you out sometime?
Yeah, it's 555-4226.
Sal's Pizza.
Is this 555-4226?
Pick up a delivery.
Win 4, 4226 straight.
Make the most of the numbers that are in front of you every day.
Thank you.
Play the daily draw games from the New York Lottery.
When Penn and Teller brought comedy to magic, they created a whole new kind of performance. The Mazda CX-5 brings a newly refined interior and sophisticated technology, together with the performance and efficiency you'd never expect in a CUV. The Mazda CX-5.
On the Ford scoreboard, Yankees a 3-1 lead, bottom of the 7th. Matt Benedict, the new pitcher for Pittsburgh. And Gregorio Petit getting his first at bat with the Yankees.
I think the key there is that he bats right-handed, as Brian Cashman and Joe Girardi both said. They needed a middle infielder who could play shortstop to replace Brendan Ryan, who's going to start the season on the DL.
Petit fouls that one back.
And Petit, all he needs is another T and an E, and it'd be Pettit.
That's right.
Pretty close to the same last name. Hence, that was Andy Pettit's nickname, Petite. There
could be some fans who they just cover up a couple letters and they have their player tee of Gregorio Petit.
Well, he couldn't have been more thrilled to be a Yankee when he heard about the trade last night. Just had to drive from Kissimmee, Florida, where the Astros spring training.
Broken bat roller fielded in time with the throw is the new shortstop Nunez for the first out. Petit, a very good glove, known for his glove, for a certain level of defensive acumen as well. And a veteran, he's 30 years old, from Venezuela. Spent 37 games in the big leagues last year with Houston. As Greg Bird takes ball one. Another chance for Yankee fans to see the man who Brian Cashman calls the best young hitter in the organization. And he's impressed this spring. Great approach, a really good eye at the plate, David.
Yeah, they really love his mechanics. Very solid, quiet in the box. He was the MVP of the Arizona Fall League this last offseason.
2-0. Grounded hard. Backhand stop by Rodriguez, who can't find it. And Greg Bird reaches.
Greg Bird up the middle. And Rodriguez just could not quite handle that last backhand hop. Probably could have made that play had he fielded it cleanly, but didn't happen.
Brian McCann will get another at bat. 0 for 3. And takes ball 1. Some defensive changes for Pittsburgh. In the outfield, Keon Broxton in center. Stetson Alley in right. The shortstop you saw, Gustavo Nunez. At third, Pedro Florman, who replaced Josh Harrison, we know about. And then the new catcher, Wilkin Castillo. And Corey Hart takes over for Pedro Alvarez at first. And if you could follow the circuitous geography I just took you through, God bless you.
Spring training baseball.
And Pittsburgh, this is their final game. Matt Benedict walks McCann on 4 pitches. Clint Hurdle, the leader of this Pirates team that has World Series aspirations, looking to build on back-to-back postseason appearances. I want to have a regular position player over the age of 30. I feel like they are able to get growth from just within ascending players on their roster.
He was the right guy at the right time for the Pirates organization.
And you know what, David? Everybody in that clubhouse to a man has no problem just shoveling credit on top of him. They love saying he's the guy, he's the reason why everything's turned here. Radley Haddad has pinch run for McCann at first. Romine chops one off the glove of Benedict. That is going to be an infield single. And the bases are now loaded as Romine picks up his second hit of the afternoon.
Well, Romine right back up the box, and you could see that it's starting to even out for Romine a little bit this spring, as he's had several hard hit balls, as I mentioned earlier, that just couldn't find the right spots for hits. And today, caught a break and got a couple of those back.
Here is the physically imposing Aaron Judge. With the bases loaded, he takes high. I talked with Judge for a while today about whether or not he's enjoyed getting on Yankees fans' radar big time this spring. So, well, you know, I did notice a bump in my Twitter followers, but his focus is really just on his group at AA and wanting to play well there and take care of that step. He seemed to be very conscious of not wanting to look too far ahead, knowing he still has some moves to make in the minors.
Well, the impressive part about Aaron Judge has been, obviously, with his size and his potential to really hit for extreme power, that he's just a good hitter. He's got a good feel for the strike zone. He's short and quick to the ball. A good outfielder, runs well. So a lot of times you see big power hitters like this, they're going to get tested inside. They're going to get pitched inside. Generally, a lot of them will have longer swings to generate that power. Not so with Judge. Very polished. Much more than he was given credit for coming out of the draft when the Yankees got him in the first round.
He takes it inside, strike, 2-2. Asked him if he likes the comparisons to defensive ends with his athleticism at that size. He said, yeah, I think it's pretty cool. The 2-2 from Benedict. High chopper over Hart and into right field. 1 run scores easily. Here comes another. It's a 2-run single for Aaron Judge, and the Yankees take a 5-1 lead.
Well, here's the case in point right here, Ryan. I mean, with with his approach, he was just looking to hit the ball where it was pitched, just took it the other way. You could see just clearly trying to break it down, short and quick, a little behind, just protecting the ball away, trying to hit it where it's pitched, and gets a little break on the high chopper. But I think that's what's impressed the Yankees, is more about Aaron Judge's approach.
And Benedict will get a talking to. Yankees offense has come alive over the last 2 innings. No score in this game into the 6th. Michael Pineda, Cruz finally allowed 1 run before Andrew Miller came on for an inning-ending double play on 1 pitch. That's all he threw in his appearance. And then last inning, single from Austin Romine, a double from Garrett Jones. Chris Young with a 2-run single. Rob Refsnyder an RBI single. Yankees put up 3 and now 2 more on the Aaron Judge 2-run single here in the 7th. And here's Ben Gamble in for Young, who had a 2-hit day, with runners on the corners and still only 1 out. Gamble drives that one into left field. Lambeau is back to make the play. Tagging and coming home is Romine. A sacrifice fly for Ben Gamble. And the Yankees make it 2 straight innings of 3 spots. (6-1) Bombers here in the 7th.
It's not always that easy to do, but you get up there and you hit a fly ball in a sacrifice fly situation, you get the manager to come down and shake your hand at the end of the bench.
There's Jake Cave taking high. Now Joe has made some trips to Lakeland, but he was not making this one today. He was able to pull rank, stay anchored here with the club, while the Yankees have a split squad against the Tigers.
I guess Rob Thompson's probably the manager over there today in Lakeland.
That's right.
Rob Thompson is now the bench coach for the Yankees, as Tony Pena is going to move to first base during the season.
Cave smacks that one foul. Here's another young guy who's impressed this spring.
You know, Cave projects to be a good defensive outfielder, can play center field. He's got good speed, good feel for the strike zone.
And rips that right into the glove of Nunez to end the inning. Yankees score 3 more, lead 6-1 on to the 8th.
He paid for you.
It's a German luxury sedan, but it's still an Audi. The Audi A4 Performance Sedan. Experience the Spring of Audi sales event today and get exceptional values on the Audi you've always wanted.
The DirecTV customers you're about to meet have allowed us to switch their service to Dish Network.
A person who switches from DirecTV to Dish, they're going to find out that for that basic package that they got, they're going to get a lot less.
I'm not getting my BET, and I didn't have Lifetime Movie Network.
In order to get what I get in my basic package from DirecTV, well, I'm going to pay a lot more, which to me doesn't make sense.
Six. Remember 6. Going to the airport. Remember 6. Riding around town. Call Carmel. Shopping or a movie. Remember 6. The best ride in town. For wherever you want to go. Carmel is a number to know. Ride Carmel and be on time. Worldwide and nationwide. 666 6666. Remember 6.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. You'll get a vacation voucher and maximum tax deduction.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Yankees have pounded it out 13 hits, have a 6-1 lead over the Pirates, top of the 8th inning. A good start today from Michael Pineda in his final spring outing, and he is standing by with Meredith Marakovitz.
Thanks, Ryan. Michael, final outing of the spring. How do you feel as though you've been throwing the ball the last 2 months?
Oh, I'm feeling really good today. My last game in the spring training, and I'm finished strong. I'm happy today.
Now, the writers informed you throughout spring in all your starts, 23 strikeouts, 1 walk. What comes to mind when you hear those numbers?
Oh, it's, it's good. And that I really want to compete when they're saying the mound, and I like to strike, and it's good.
How much pride do you take in pounding the strike zone and throwing strikes when you're out there? How much pride do you take in throwing strikes on the mound?
Well, when you throw a strike, you're getting out quick, and yeah.
How much are you looking forward to getting out there at Yankee Stadium and making your first start of the season?
Well, I'm working really hard the last couple of years for being in the rotation for the Yankee team, and I'm very happy today. And I'm finished the spring training. I'm finished strong, so I'm ready for the season.
And before I let you go, you talked a lot about developing that changeup. How comfortable are you with that pitch right now?
Well, I feel very comfortable right now, and I'm working all spring and be better with my changeup and trust a little bit more, and I'm through a lot more in the game, and I feel comfortable.
Michael, thanks for the time.
Thank you.
We'll send it back up to you guys.
All right, Meredith. Meredith gave those numbers, the strikeout to walks. Just ridiculous how consistent he has been from last year into this spring, walking virtually no one. David, as we see David Carpenter, the new Yankee pitcher.
Yeah, it is a gift. Michael Pineda and his mechanics and the way he throws the ball and the style in which he throws it with is just remarkable. Power and control, an amazing combination. So rare in today's game. Generally, when you have a power guy and a power arm, the trade-off is usually going to be a little wildness or some walks here and there and going for those strikeouts. But Pineda's strikeouts come naturally.
Castillo wraps that one into right center field. Long run, and Cave cannot get there. He'll play it on a hop. Castillo into second with a leadoff double. Let's take a look at Pineda's outing today, David.
Well, he was right on cue, just in mid-season form almost. As you see, a high cutting fastball, devastating sliders. He really had it all working. Late biting movement on that slider in great location. All these pitches were when he was ahead in the count. Rarely did he fall behind. And when he gets ahead, he's got that devastating slider to finish off hitters.
He's got a certain confidence to him on the mound, too.
Really does, and I give him a lot of credit for doing the interview in his second language. You see him down there trying to speak English to Meredith Marakovitz. Not an easy thing to do for a lot of these young Latin kids. And I think that's probably going to be a change that you're going to see in Major League Baseball, led by Carlos Beltran, that there's going to be more interpreters to help some of the Spanish-speaking players in their interview process. And it's something we've seen with the Japanese players, where the interpreter's always with them. It's kind of been lost in the shuffle for a lot of the Latin players in terms of always having somebody else that speaks their native language, Spanish in the clubhouse, but not when they're doing interviews. So
Yeah.
I give Michael Pineda a lot of credit. It's not easy to do an interview like that in your second language.
Carpenter has one rolled to third. Petit tried to snare it and could not with the swipe pick. Reaching will be Alley, and holding it second is Castillo.
Well, he's got one shot to come and get it and try to pick it. He had the right idea, just couldn't come up clean.
Petit moving over to third, with Cito Culver going to shortstop. Keon Broxton getting his first at bat of the day. And that was ruled an E5 on Petit. Strike one from Carpenter. Carpenter very excited to be reunited with Brian McCann. Now, today he's throwing to Austin Romine. But those two had a lot of success in Atlanta together 2 seasons ago.
It's a pretty productive trade for the Yankees when you think about it. Both pieces, both Carpenter and Shreve, look like they're going to be on the opening day roster. So 2 big bullpen pieces brought over by Brian Cashman from the Braves in the offseason, really, and Manny Banuelos going back. The longtime prospect with the Yankees, now with Atlanta.
And Banuelos got sent down by Atlanta.
He's not quite, yeah, Banuelos hasn't really recovered from the Tommy John surgery that he had. And he's still a big-time prospect, but needs more time to recover from that surgery.
Fought off, foul ground. Bird gives it a look, but that's all. That 2013 season for Carpenter, as we see the trade recap, Carpenter and Shreve going to make this Yankee bullpen. Carpenter had a sub-2 ERA that year. 2 years ago, gave up just 45 hits and 65 and 2/3 innings, had 74 strikeouts to 20 walks. And he gives Brian McCann a lot of credit for that success as well. He just misses ball 3. Saw the fastball at 92, but he can get it up 95.
Well, he's a big reason, along with Chris Martin, that the Yankees feel comfortable with Adam Warren now coming out of that bullpen where he was so successful the last couple of years and going into the rotation. They feel like Carpenter can fill the hole left by Warren.
They're struggling a little bit here in this 8th as Carpenter walks Broxton. You see the difference in the numbers. 2014, not shabby by any means, but 2013 electric in Atlanta for Carpenter, and he'll get a visit from Larry Rothschild. Carpenter was talking about this group, this bullpen in particular, and how excited he is for all the hard throwing arms they have. And was saying he needs to just figure out who likes to play NBA Jam on Xbox, because they had their group in Atlanta. So, you know, when you're in the pen, you're a family within the family. We go just get pizza, play video games in the hotel room. I need to find out who in the pen will play NBA Jam with me.
Looking for a game.
Yeah. I didn't even know NBA Jam you could still play.
That is, yeah, that's a blast from the past,
Yeah.
isn't it?
That's old school arcade. Here's Josh Bell pinch hitting. Bases loaded, nobody out. Carpenter trying to work his way out of a jam. Crackling fastball, 97 for strike 2. The 1-2. Line foul.
Let's see if Carpenter will go something other than the fastball here. Maybe go to that split to try to get a strikeout.
The 1-2. Lifted into right center. Cave racing on. It'll be Judge who'll make the catch. Fire home. And a nice delivery just a little to the right of home plate as Castillo scores. But Judge throwing quite strongly into home on the sacrifice fly.
Well, I agree. You know, Aaron Judge really has all the tools. Power, hit for average. As you see, he does hit the cutoff man. That could have easily been cut off by the first baseman. Made that play closer than it looked like it was going to be.
I wasn't sure if he was going to throw it all initially. Impressive arm as Nunez takes Strike one. Carpenter manicuring the mound. All kinds of chunks flying off.
It's going to be just a lot of interest, both in AAA and AA in the Yankees organizations and the outfields that they're going to produce. A big year for these Yankee prospects.
0-2. It's interesting you say that, David, because when I was talking to Judge today, he was talking about advancing and the concept of him advancing, almost all of them as a group growing together. He was like, I'm excited for what we have in AA, all of us just playing together and getting that chance to be together for a season. He listed so many names. You think about it, there are a lot of players between both AA and AAA now that you could see sort of growing together over these next couple of years.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, you've heard the top names, you've heard Judge, you've heard Bird's name, but really both outfields in AA and AAA are outfields to watch this year for Yankee fans.
Slade Heathcott was a name that jumped out to Joe Girardi when he spoke with us yesterday. Another one of those guys who will be manning one of the minor league outfields, just working on staying healthy.
It's really been several years since the Yankees can look to these type of prospects that are one step away from the big leagues, one step away from helping.
Strike three. Got him looking. 2 away as Carpenter tries to wiggle out of this jam.
See, he goes to a little backdoor slider, gets the call. Romine makes it look better than it really was.
And Carpenter, after loading the bases, a double, an error, a walk, has gotten a sac fly and now a strikeout. 1 run in, runners on first and second, and 2 out for Andrew Lambo, who is 1 for 3. Strike one. Lambo has mashed in the minors, but has not been able to translate it to the majors yet in limited action over the last 2 years. 21 games last year, 18 in 2013 with the big leagues. Rolled foul.
He's had some good swings today. Good at-bats. Driven a couple of pitches.
Had a 952 OPS at AAA last year. The 0-2. Towering pop-up. Right side of the infield into the shift. Culver will put it away for the final out of the top of the 8th.
It's Macy's Spring Mattress Sale. Get our lowest prices of the season on mattress sets from Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, iSeries, and more. Get a Sertapedic Firm Queen set for $297 or a Serta Perfect Sleeper Cushion Firm Queen set for $397. Get free mattress delivery and setup with a minimum purchase of $787 and special financing on a mattress purchase of $499 or more on your Macy's card. Macy's Spring Mattress Sale.
I'm feeling Subway. I'm feeling Subway today.
Hey, New York! Now through April 30th, get any footlong for just $6 or less. That's right. Choose from any and all footlong favorites, like the fresh toasted Italian BMT or the mouthwatering sweet onion chicken teriyaki, featuring all white meat grilled chicken strips with no artificial preservatives or flavors. Hurry into Subway restaurants today and pick up any footlong of your choice for only $6 or less.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Everybody knows that, Parker.
Well, did you know auctioneers make bad grocery store clerks?
It'll be $23.50. Now 75, 23.75. On them heading down 23.75, 24. Hey, $24, 24 and a quarter. Now half, 24 and a half and 75 and 25. Now a quarter. Hey, 26 and a quarter. On them heading down 20. You want to do it? 5 and a quarter. Sold to the man in the khaki jacket.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
In New York State, we're reinventing how we do business so businesses can reinvent the world. From pharmaceuticals to 3D prototyping, biotech to energy. Whether your business is moving, expanding, or just getting started, only New York offers you zero taxes for 10 years with Startup New York, business incubators that partner companies with universities, and venture capital funding for high-growth industries. See how New York can grow your business and create jobs. Visit ny.gov/business.
Time for the game summary brought to you by the Lincoln Motor Company. Yankees with back-to-back 3 spots in the 6th and 7th. And another strong outing from Michael Pineda. Just 1 run over 5 1/3, 6 strikeouts, no walks. Alex Rodriguez tested plenty in his second start at first. And Chris Young, a 2-run single to get the scoring started. As Tyler Wade takes strike 1. Wade's first at bat the afternoon after Rob Refsnyder went 2 for 3. That one stays there, and Hart will take care of it. 1 out. See A.J. Morris, the new pitcher for Pittsburgh. As Cito Culver steps up. 1 for 13 this spring. And takes ball 1. Morris, Pittsburgh, really successful year at AA. At a sub-2 ERA, got promoted to AAA, and then struggled a little bit. An ERA in the mid-4s. A 1-1. Strike 2. Swing and a miss. Culver down on strikes. A couple defensive changes for Pittsburgh. Behind Morris, Max Moroff playing second base now. And it is Jonathan Schwind who moves into left. Here is Petit, taking high.
You know, it was interesting to hear what Pedro Martinez had to say about Masahiro Tanaka and thinking that he's not healthy. And
Petit, it's that one on the middle. Nice play by Moroff. We'll continue the Tanaka discussion in a moment. 8 innings in the books. On to the top of the ninth.
Strikeout number 10 for Tanaka.
Fans, make sure you come out to Yankee Stadium on Tuesday, April 28th for one of the hottest collectibles of the season. It's Masahiro Tanaka Bobblehead Night, the first one of the 2015 Collectible Bobblehead Series presented by AT&T. The 2015 New York Yankees. Make the connection.
This award season, the red carpet has shades of green. The spotlight shines all day. And the best four-wheeler of the year lets you go where others can't. So you end up with the best seats in the house. The 2015 Jeep Award Season event.
Few things can bring your business to a halt, like being out of coffee. But with WB Mason same-day delivery of Green Mountain Coffee and Keurig coffee makers,
let's go! Profits are up. And that's the bottom line.
It's back to business as usual. When it comes to your business, WB Mason delivers. Whatever, whenever, wherever. Who but WB Mason?
New York City FC has taken the town by storm.
They come out. They want to see NYCFC.
Don't miss another Soccer Saturday on Yes as NYCFC takes the pitch against the Philadelphia Union. New York City FC presented by Etihad Airways. Saturday, April 11th at 5 after Yankees coverage only on Yes.
Hey, tonight on Yes, don't miss a new episode of Center Stage with Michael Kay, presented by your Tri-State Land Rover retailers. As Jeremy Piven, star of the hit series and upcoming movie Entourage, sits down to chronicle his career. Catch the premiere tonight at 10, only on Yes. Jose Ramirez delivers strike one. Trying to close out this top of the ninth. Max Moroff getting his first at bat for Pittsburgh. Remember, tomorrow, CC Sabathia against Steven Strasburg. Yankees' final game down here in Tampa. We'll have coverage beginning at 1 o'clock on Yes. 1-1 is a little bit high. Now, David, to continue what you were just discussing, Pedro Martinez's concerns about Masahiro Tanaka.
Yeah, I thought Tanaka's response was very good. First of all, he said, I'm glad that Pedro Martinez knows my name, as you said before. Clearly was enamored, with Pedro Martinez and his reputation. But I thought Tanaka handled it very well. He said, hey, look, I could if I wanted to. I could definitely rear back and throw harder if I wanted to. I did earn my first couple of starts. Been working on two-seam fastballs. Been working on trying to get all my pitches sharp. Only Tanaka knows for sure. I mean, Pedro Martinez is judging, his opinion is based on a few innings that he saw on television. He hasn't been here in this camp. He hasn't watched Tanaka throw on the side. So, I think Pedro Martinez probably went a little overboard with his comments.
Well, take a look at the Mazda upcoming schedule. And tomorrow on Yes, then Masahiro Tanaka on the mound for the opener. Coverage beginning at 11:30 a.m. Monday. We've got a full slate of games. That's next week. It is here. And remember, gates opening 2.5 hours before first pitch. Metal detectors now, so make sure you leave yourself ample time to get through, get ready for the ceremonies. When I was talking to Larry Rothschild about, you just mentioned the side sessions and Tanaka's bullpens, he said they've looked exactly the same as they did last year to him in the spring. And the first couple starts we saw here, his first start, Tanaka hit 94 on the gun, working at 92. And then, as you mentioned, he deviated to maybe pull back a little bit, but also start working on the two-seamer more.
Yeah, clearly, Tanaka has said a couple of things that are really important. First of all, when he came into spring, he said he really wanted to smooth out his mechanics. He really blamed his elbow issues last year on being a little out of sync or not smooth enough mechanically speaking. So clearly you could see him really trying to hold back a little bit, really smooth out his delivery, and then also working on different styles of pitches, trying to work on control and movement as opposed to just rearing back and throwing the ball as hard as you could. I think he obviously can when he wants to. We'll see that during the regular season, but it's by design, and Tanaka sort of confirmed that for me based on his reaction to Pedro Martinez. And of course, when somebody like Pedro Martinez says something about you, the media is going to rush to your locker and ask you to respond.
Strike three, Ramirez sits down the first two.
Very impressive. Ramirez with his mid-90s fastball and his devastating changeup to go with it. Right at the bottom of the strike zone, gets the call.
Trying to close this game out. Yankees putting up 3 runs in the 6th, 3 runs in the 7th. Trying to lock down a 6-2 win. Corey Hart takes strike one. 96 miles an hour from Ramirez. Hung high, ball one. The 1-1. Looped into right. Judge is there. Ball game. Yankees win it. 6-2 the final. And Joe Girardi's squad has one more contest here at Steinbrenner Field before packing up and heading north. Back to wrap things up in a moment here on Yes.
Honda's the only company ever to win both the Indy 500
and a Supercross Racing Championship.
They were also the first to come up with this, the Honda Dream Garage Sales Event, where you can get great deals on almost everything Honda makes, including the sporty Civic, named Best Value in its class. Get great deals on Civics right now.
The Honda Dream Garage Sales Event. Get a dream deal on a Civic with standard rear view camera. Now, at your Honda dealer.
Hi, I'm Rob Lowe, and I have DirecTV.
And I'm total deadbeat Rob Lowe, and I have cable.
With DirecTV, you only need one HD DVR in your house, and your family can watch in any room.
My kids were always fighting over what to watch, but that's their stepdad's problem now. Ow!
DirecTV lets you record and store up to 200 hours of HD.
I saved $200 by having motel room surgery.
Don't be like this, me. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
You coming to the party tonight?
Yep.
Dressing up?
Oh, I'm dressing up.
All right.
What's the address again?
382 Maple Street.
382. All right, see you tonight.
All right, man.
Oh, is this 382 Maple?
This is 382 Elm.
Honey, who's at the door? Hey, Bobby.
Hey, man. 382. Box.
Make the most of the numbers that are in front of you every day. Play the daily draw games from the New York Lottery.
Get low when the whistle go.
Life could use a little more unexpected. Introducing the Chick Star from Taco Bell. Crispy chicken breaded in tortilla chips wrapped up with a mango barbecue sauce. It's a completely unexpected take on the chicken sandwich.
6-2 the final at Steinbrenner Field. The Yankees pound out 13 hits. Andrew Miller picks up the win. Speedy game. Michael Pineda gives up just 1 run and 5 1/3. Strikes out 6, doesn't walk a batter. A couple of hits and ribbies for Chris Young, and Alex Rodriguez tested plenty at first and passing those tests. That'll do it from George M. Steinbrenner Field. Special thanks to our producer, Troy Benjamin, director John Moore, Mike Webb, Woody Fryman, and our executive producer is Mr. John J. Filippelli. Join us again tomorrow for Yankees baseball as the Bombers take on the Washington Nationals at George M. Steinbrenner Field in Tampa, Florida. Coverage begins at 1 o'clock on the Yes Network. Once again, the final score, the Yankees 6 and the Pirates 2. For David Cohen and Meredith Marakovitz, I'm Ryan Rucco saying so long, everyone.
This award season, the red carpet has shades of green. The spotlight shines all day. And the best four-wheeler of the year lets you go where others can't. So you end up with the best seats in the house. The 2015 Jeep Award Season Event.
In New York State, we're reinventing how we do business so businesses can reinvent the world. From pharmaceuticals to 3D prototyping, biotech to clean energy. Whether your business is moving, expanding, or just getting started, only New York offers you zero taxes for 10 years with Startup New York, business incubators that partner companies with universities, and venture capital funding for high-growth industries. See how New York can grow your business and create jobs. Visit ny.gov/business.
Saturday, April 11th. Boxing's best storm into Brooklyn as boxing superstar Danny Garcia faces the hard-hitting Lamont Peterson. And undefeated Peter Quillen looks to stay perfect against Irish Andy Lee. Live from Barclays Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and the Arena box office. Or watch it live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on NBC.
Are you struggling with debt? Get immediate help by calling the law office of David Penkin today.
For over 20 years, my law firm has helped thousands of clients